The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for a high school football matchup here on WCMP as we've got homecoming week as we see the Pine City Dragons set to face off against the Two Harbors Eggets. We've got kickoff coming up here shortly. We'll head to the field now for the pregame.
Welcome into this special edition of the pregame on homecoming night for the Pine City Dragons. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the pregame fun here before we get kicked off on this homecoming Friday night between the Pine City Dragons and the Two Harbors Eggets. Before we get going, we're going to take a look at the Dragons season up to this point and even glance back at last year's homecoming when they had to get a different opponent in at the last minute. So as we look to this year's schedule, Pine City came out in the first game of the year against North Branch. Last year was the same thing, but in North Branch. This year, Pine City got to host North Branch. It didn't go the Dragons' way. They were able to get a touchdown late in that game, but it was way too little too late as they fell in that game 60-8. Then they had another tough game, one of the top teams in AAA in the state in Aiken, and that game was a bit of a tough one there for Pine City. Again, they allowed 73 points, but they were able to score 30 all in the second half, and the Dragons felt that there was some improvement with their offense in that game, but they knew that they needed much more improvement if they were going to pull off a victory even more down the road. But then the next week, they get to come home again as they host the Hibbing Blue Jackets, and this was a fun one. Both teams came in with similar records and as well as playing similar opponents on the season, and plus it was the Howard Bowl. Coach Dennis Howard of the Dragons got to coach against his son, the head coach for Hibbing, Sean Howard. So this was a fun one. Both teams going into the game hadn't scored in the first half in any game they played in. And not only that, Hibbing didn't even score in any games up to that point in the season. So both teams were looking out. It was a pretty even matchup. And Pine City would come out and score the first points of the game, but at halftime, it was really close. Hibbing made it a close game after they got a couple of turnovers and turned them into points. They would wind up missing a extra point to go down by 14-13 going into half, and you could just tell that Pine City felt a little bit drained. Their momentum and their energy was drained from allowing that last-second touchdown to happen, but they came out in the second half and absolutely started to run away with the game. Their offense really started to find a rhythm. They really started to find something that they could use and move down the field with at ease at some points, it looked like. But their defense did just as good a job stopping the Hibbing offense. It was more of a spread offense that they got to look at, and the defenders, again, defended the pass really well like they have all season long. It was a really fun thing to see, but Pine City went up 26-13. Hibbing was able to come back late in the game and score a touchdown to make it 26-20, and unfortunately for Hibbing, they weren't able to score another touchdown. Pine City was able to hold them off. They were able to kneel out the rest of the clock for the victory in the Howard Bowl for their first win on the season. So that moved them to 1-2, and then we go on to their next game. This one probably the toughest one on the season as they had to head up to Esco to take on the Eskimos on their homecoming night. That was a tough one for Pine City. Esco, a very good team, one of the favorites to go back to state in Class 3A football. But Pine City came out just a little bit flat to begin that game, and Esco took advantage of it right away. Pine City wanted to eliminate them from scoring on 1 to 2 play drives. They wanted to get them in more of 6 to 8 plays if they were going to allow them to score, and unfortunately that didn't happen. Pine City did look like they were going to catch some momentum and maybe get a score on the board, which really would have changed the face of that game. Mason Charles, I think it was on their third drive, he caught a nice one-handed pass from Bryce Erickson, his senior quarterback, down the sideline. He took it upfield for about 15 yards, and all of a sudden, the Pine City sideline had life. Their players felt in rhythm, and it looked like their offense was really getting something going, and it looked like this is a brand new team. They've now got life. I think they were down 21-0 at the time, so they really needed just a spark to even get them going again, and it seemed like it was working, but a couple of passes later were incomplete, overthrown, and that led to them going 3 and out after the nice big gain from Mason Charles, and that was really all the offense had to go off of in that game. There wasn't much else in the game. It was just a tough team that they ran into. They wound up losing 70-0, just a tough one for Pine City to deal with, and then they come back a week later on the road again, but this time in Proctor for their homecoming night. night. So 2 homecoming games on the road for Pine City in a row. This one against the Rails. This game, a very evenly matched game. It felt like everyone in there knew that this was going to be a very evenly matched game for both these teams. Pine City was confident. They came off a 70-0 loss. They completely turned their attitudes around, had looked straight ahead to this game, and they even brought out a little bit of something different on offense we'll get to in just a moment. But in those first couple series, Pine City had trouble getting their offense started. It seemed like they got into a rut and just couldn't get out of that rut to begin with, because they had to punt from their own side of the field, which put Proctor on the Dragon side of the field. The defense did a pretty good job, though, of shutting that Proctor offense down before the second quarters, when Proctor finally got on the board for the first time. They would score another touchdown late in the second quarter to put themselves up 14-0 going into half. And coaches were a bit upset. They just weren't sure what they were going to say to motivate these kids, because there was so much they could say, but they wanted to make sure to say the right things to motivate them, being down 14-0. Well, they found that, and we heard from the coaches, the football players themselves were very motivated to get back out there, and they did. They came out and scored 14 unanswered points due to 2 touchdown passes from Bryce Erickson to Mason Charles. The first one was in the third quarter when Mason Charles went up and over the defender. What they call in football, he mossed him. He really did. Mason Charles is a very tall, strong receiver, and he was able to go up over the defender, hold on, and pull in the catch with both hands while looking at it. It was a very good catch. Then a couple of drives later, he was able to take one 81 yards down the sideline. He turned on the afterburners, and he was able to escape the defender from behind, and that tied the game at 14. That's kind of when everything stalled out for both sides. Pine City's offense got stalled out. They really couldn't do much more, and give credit to the Rails defense. They did a good job of stopping them, but both teams really started to kind of find a rhythm once again and looked like they were bound to go and break the tie. Unfortunately for Pine City, they had, I think it was less than 2 minutes left when they kicked it off to Proctor. Proctor was going to try and drive down the field, but it looked like Pine City was going to come up with a stop or two, and unfortunately they allowed a big pass downfield, got into Dragons territory, did the Proctor Rails, and all of a sudden it looked like, whoa, Pine City's going to let this one slip. But fortunately for Pine City, they caught a big break due to a penalty, a personal foul, set the Rails back on their side of the 50, and all of a sudden there was life again with Pine City after they just got the rug basically pulled out from under them on the big pass play. The penalty kind of rejuvenated them. You could see their energy was high. They were ready to get back out there and play and stop them on offense, and it looked like we were bound for overtime in that game. But Proctor caught a big pass down the sideline for a touchdown, which ended the tie. It gave Proctor the lead. They would kick the extra point, 21-14. They led with under 30 seconds to go. I think it was exactly 15 seconds to go. They kicked the ball off. Pine City had it, and it was about 11 seconds left after the kick return. So Pine City really had 2 plays in their pocket that they could do something. Fortunately for them, they did have all of their timeouts, but they only had a couple of plays that they could work with the short amount of time. So the first play was an incompletion. Second play, they got it to their receivers and were just lateraling. It was like backyard football. You were pitching it back, trying to find just an open hole to try and break free down the field and try and get in the end zone to try and either tie it up or break the tie and get the win, but they were unfortunately not able to do that, as one of the pitches back fell into the wrong arms, and that's what gave the Rails the victory, 21-14 this past Friday. So it's been a tough schedule up to this point for Pine City. They've let a couple games slip. They've had some slow starts to games, but looking to this week, again, we talked to some of the seniors. They know that this is their last homecoming. They know this is probably the biggest game of the year for them because it is homecoming and they are seniors. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they do this year. Again, it's homecoming against Two Harbors. Two Harbors comes into this game at 2-3. Last year, Pine City on homecoming night played a 4A school, one of, I believe, 3 or 4 4A schools that they played last year, and it was Columbia Heights who they welcomed in, a team which they felt very evenly matched despite them being a class above them, but they got the victory last year. As we look to last year's schedule, they got the victory 22-6. Now, when we look at that, that's pretty impressive because Columbia Heights, they made it a ways in the playoffs in their own section. So for Pine City to get a victory over them with a couple of athletes who were going D1, that's a very, very impressive win on homecoming night and on short notice. So very impressive win for them last year, and they're hoping that they can do much of the same this year against the Two Harbors team, who is very evenly matched once again. Now, Two Harbors has had played very similar opponents. They've played Esco, they've played Hibbing, they've played against Proctor. Very similar games, and Proctor has 2 wins instead of just 1, so they're 2-3 on the season this year. And again, we look at it this week, I think it's going to be another very evenly matched game. I think Pine City, we talked to one of the coaches, in which you'll hear in just a little bit later on in the pregame. One of the coaches has stated, we just need to get out to a fast start. We need to find that explosive play early on, because when you watch their games, they get out to, they look like they can get a big play here or there, and it's just an overthrow, or they stumble on a run play up the middle. Just these small little things keep going against them, and then it seems like the morale drops, and then the offense kind of stalls a little bit. But if they can get an explosive play early on this week, I think Pine City has a chance to not only win this game, but get up early on Two Harbors and start to run away with it, because when this offense is clicking, they're tough to stop. And not only that, the passing offense this year has been something to, it's fawned over, because it is the passing game this year compared to years previous. They've had 2 games over 150 yards passing from Bryce Erickson. Sometimes you would get that in a season with this offense. We've seen that in 2 games this season. We just did on Friday night against Proctor. So look for that spread offense to come back in to the game on Friday, and look for them to pass the ball as well. But they'll still be running out of their bread and butter, the power T formation as well. But we can't wait for this game to begin. It should be, again, an even one. Pine City 1-4. A gets 2-3 on the season. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk more about homecoming. We'll get into the king and queen, and then we'll hear from some interviews from the coaches and our senior spotlight.
And welcome back to what has turned into be an incredible display of lunchtime.
Yeah, the team from Maxwell Southern Barbecue has really made things interesting.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen a $10 lunch package played this well in decades.
Maxwell's lunch game really is impressive. Philly cheesesteak sandwich, wings and fries, pulled pork, and gyro and fries, each for $10.
Coach Dennis really has his team rolling. $10 lunch? That's tough to find in Pine City. Maxwell Southern Barbecue. Come hungry and bring friends.
Bring them to lunch for $10.
$10 lunch. What a play!
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we can always go further when we work together. Whether you're earning your next big win on the field, on the court, or in the arena of life, surround yourself with a team focused on integrity, accountability, and hard work. Put our top-performing team to work for you. Visit our local Pine City branch on Hillside Avenue, call us at 320-629-6713, or explore more online at stearnsbank.com. Go Dragons! Stearns Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back here on WCMP to this special edition of the pregame show on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and live at WCMPradio.com. I want to thank all of you for joining me here this evening. It is homecoming week for the Pine City Dragons. They have had a busy week, and they did crown their king and queen earlier this week. It was Cody Patzold, the king, and Queen Chloe Lind. Those are your homecoming king and queen for the Pine City Dragons. Now, we'll talk a little bit about Chloe Lind here. She's a senior captain for the Pine City Dragons volleyball team, and on the game on Tuesday against the East Central Eagles, she reached a career milestone, a pretty big one too. She got her 500th career varsity kill in that first set against the East Central Eagles on Tuesday. And they were able to take a moment to pause to announce it. She was able to just take it in for a moment, and then it was back to business for Chloe Lind. And I've said it kind of all season long. I think Chloe Lind is one of the hardest hitters in this conference. If she lines it up, if she can square that ball up on you, it is goodbye. You better check the ball. You better make sure it's not deflated at all, because she has got a swing. And again, probably, in my opinion, one of the most powerful swings in the conference. So again, we want to say congratulations to Chloe Lind on 500 career varsity kills. So we talk about the Pine City volleyball team a little bit. They're having a really good season. They are only one loss in the conference, and they're chasing Rush City right now, who is currently undefeated. They have 3 games left. They have 3 head-to-head matches left. They'll have a varsity tournament tomorrow up in Esco, which is huge. That'll have big implications for the standings and playoffs. And then, again, they have 3 games left. And as we look at it, next Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, the 11th, they will play in Rush City, which that, in my opinion, is very much going to decide this conference. If Pine City were to lose that game, I believe that it is Rush City's conference title if Pine City loses that game. If Pine City were to win that game, they would have, at least for the moment, a share of the Great River Conference title, but they would have to go on the road and win 2 more games. They would have to beat Bram on next Thursday, the 13th. Then the following Tuesday, on the 18th, they would have to beat Mille Lacs. So if they were to win out their last 3 games, they would get, at the very least, a share of the Great River Conference title with the Rush City Tigers. If they were to lose on Tuesday to Rush City, it would be Rush City's conference title, and they would win outright. But Pine City still has a chance here late in the season to try and take that, or at least a share of the conference title with Rush City. Rush City having a phenomenal year, undefeated in the conference. I believe they have 15, 16, 17 wins, something like that, and only 1 loss on the season. So it's going to be a very fun end to the volleyball season. That wraps up again a day before the football season wraps up on the 18th, and then we all rush to the playoffs where records reset. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are in the regular season, because it's playoffs and anything can happen in the playoffs. So we're very much looking forward to that. Of course, stay tuned to WCMP, WCMPradio.com. We will have all the results for you, as well as the games. You can be sure we'll be out there on Tuesday the 11th in Rush City, as well as in Bram on the 13th to cover those games. And of course, we'll be up at Mille Lacs to cover that game for Pine City, as well as that will wrap up their regular season for volleyball. We'll take another commercial break, hear word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll be back with an interview with one of the co-head coaches for the Pine City Dragon football team.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Ethan Game Day Gilman here with one of the co-head coaches for the Pine City Dragon football team, Coach Berger. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us. And let's touch on Friday night's game just a little bit. First half, the defenses were pretty good on both sides. You guys wound up giving up 14 points. What was the message at halftime for you guys?
Well, I thought there was quite a few goal line stands. I think we stopped them down inside the pilot at different times. So we just had some good play and then some inconsistent play, but we really just needed to clean up the little read option with their pitch. Our outside guy just bit on the dive and gave them some green grass that they were taking advantage of. So it was just executing our game plan and then challenging these guys to respond in the second half. And they did.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And it seemed like in the first half, one of the biggest things was just kind of chunk plays that defense was giving up. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, I think there was a few of the speed option that they got us on. I think the halfback pass, once they hit that play as well. So a few big plays that got them inside the red zone, but we also didn't help by putting ourselves in some tough field position right here.
Yeah, and that's always tough with the offense to be in a tough field position. Then your defense can't necessarily go on the aggressive side of it, be aggressive. But your team, again, has been so good against the pass all year long. Were you expecting Proctor to pass that much as they did on Friday night?
Yeah, they didn't show as much consistency in the film. So I wasn't all that worried about their pass attack as much as just rallying to that quarterback. He's a really good athlete. And number 22 is a good, strong football player. So it was really more about shutting those two down, and they were able to execute on them.
Yeah, that's up for them. Absolutely. And penalties were a big thing in the game on Friday night. What is something that you guys can do to kind of eliminate those?
Well, they haven't been all year, so we encourage our guys to get a little bit more aggressive, and this week the guys should pick up on a few of them. But I think we had a ton of holding calls. Ours were more pre-snap, but Proctor had quite a few on their end, so that helped us defensively.
Absolutely, and we talked about some of the chunk plays here. That running back pass was something I'm pretty sure you just don't see in film. So how do you combat that as a coach?
Well, we were aware of the pitch to the motion guy, so we were ready for that one. I think we defended that one pretty well. But they had like a quarterback throwback that we hadn't seen, and they caught us in a man situation where we didn't have anyone over the top. So it was just kind of a good play call in that situation for them. We just didn't have that quarterback accounted for with that play call. We were bringing some pressure. So, just kind of the timing was right for them.
Absolutely. And the second half, you mentioned it, you guys shut them down. And we see that throughout the game. There were some chunk plays, but your guys did a really good job of stepping up to that adversity and shutting their offense down when they got inside your own 5. I mean, multiple times there were some goal line stands, big goal line stands too. How much of a confidence boost is that for the defense?
Well, we haven't had a lot of success all year. We've been giving up quite a few points per game. So for those guys to get some stops and believe in themselves that they can have success. Just execute what coach is asking to do. So it was a big step, heartbreaker for sure. They did a nice job responding. Really pleased with their effort. Mason Charles in the first half, struggling the second half, just breaking out. So he did a really nice job of responding. But yeah, the big play had to have been, I think they came out in the second half and had a big pass play, or maybe it was a run play and a fumble. Yeah. So yeah, we always talk about, hey, just take one play. Yeah. Bryce talked about that being the play that kind of turned around the confidence.
And you mentioned it was a heartbreaking loss. How are the guys feeling today after something like that? How hard is it for them to kind of put that behind them?
Well, the discussion I had with one of our seniors was this morning during class, and he just said, Coach, after that game, I just wanted to lay down because I gave everything I had. And it just reminded me of the importance of leaving it all out there. And whatever happens, happens. You gave your best effort, and whatever happens, happens in the game. And I feel like those guys did a nice job and gave their best that second half. Just executed on a big play at the end of the ball game. It's all right, heartbreaker, but we'll learn from it. We'll move on. We just still have yet to put a complete game together from start to finish, both sides.
Well, and when you talk about turnovers, we've been kind of mentioning that all season long. It looked a little bit better defensively. You grabbed some turnovers for the offense. How was that feeling as a coach to see that you guys were getting the takeaways?
It's good to win that side of the ball game. And it's progressively getting better. Each week we're cut back on the turnovers. It's just like a situation. So you're going to be able to compete with it. You don't give the other team extra points.
Special team-wise, it wasn't a bad night by any means. You guys nearly completed an onside kick, but there was a lot of confusion on that onside kick there at the end. What happened there? There was a flag that was thrown. There was a lot of confusion.
Sure. So started off with the personal call on there, and I didn't see that play. But that was the first play that came in, and the back judge threw in the illegal touching. So they marked off the illegal touching, and then put in the first one ball and merged it back. So that was that play.
Okay, yeah, and then, so what was the explanation? Because I know usually 2 penalties on each side usually offsets it to be a free kick, because I know talking with one of the coaches, we were kind of confused on why it wasn't a free kick.
Yeah, they didn't give us that option. So we moved on. In that situation, we didn't have a lot of success stopping number 17 on the return. He had been averaging getting to about that 45, so we just decided, hey, we'll see if we can get a big play. And it almost, I mean, he was on about the 9 3/4 yard line before that 10-yard line came up. So it was a really close play. I'm surprised he threw that. He threw it real late, too.
Well, now we move on to this Friday. It's homecoming, and you got 2 Harbors. What are you looking for this defense to do against 2 Harbors?
Well, 2 Harbors, what I like about 2 Harbors is they're ground and pound kind of game. So we just slow them down like we did last year. And I think they were up, again, 2 touchdowns in the second half. We got that 1 turnover and were able to score. And I think we were knocking on the door to win the ball game in the last minute. So I'm hoping for that same kind of recipe this week. Just slow them down, make them go 8 to 10 plays down the field, and hopefully we can get them to make a mistake with the play and the ball over and try and bottle them up.
Absolutely. And for these defensive backs, when it's a team that likes to run the ball a bunch, what are you looking for from them?
Well, I can't get a lull to sleep because they will throw the ball. They got an athletic quarterback who likes to keep it on people. So they just got to read the tight ends and fill the right gap and be aggressive and support our run, but they got to play fast.
Well, thank you, Coach, so much for doing it. Is there anything else that you wanted to add? All right, well, thank you so much.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
What we offer for students, I think, is a very personalized experience. Almost like going to a small private school, but you're really paying less tuition than probably anywhere else in the state.
We're offering knowledge to go out into the firearm industry. It's a conglomeration of a bunch of hobbies all mixed into like one career field. It's a wide variety of what they can do.
In our nursing programs, we offer courses that are theory-based. We have some courses that are lab-based, so students get hands-on experiences. There are so many jobs available.
And as long as you're willing to ask questions, you will learn so much.
So we meet the students where they're at, work together on a plan where they want to go, and then work to take them there.
We're going to give them a good start so they can get out into the profession. If they want a job, they're going to have a job.
They actually care about my learning. They actually want to see the students succeed.
Ethan Game Day Gilman back here with our senior spotlight, and today we're joined by another Dragon senior. Introduce yourself for us.
My name is Mason Charles. I'm a senior here at Pine City High School, and I play tight end and outside linebacker for the Dragons.
All right, let's go back to this past Friday against Proctor. This was a pretty good game. First half, though, you guys kind of struggled to get the offense going. What was the message at halftime to you guys?
We noticed that they made some changes to their defense at the time, so we had to change up our little game plan a little bit because things weren't really working out as well as we planned. So we changed it up, and that's what got us going.
And we've seen a little bit of a different offense out there this past Friday for you guys. Always power to you guys pass and run out of this last Friday. We've seen a little bit more of the spread. How did it feel to be playing in that kind of offense?
It felt good. I've been kind of pushing for the spread because I like to catch the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been using the spread a lot more. Hopefully we use it a lot more.
And speaking of that, the pass game, I mean, since the beginning of the season, has been working really well. You and Cummings, along with Erickson, have been having a really good connection between you guys. Has that just been part of practice or the off-season, or just getting into it?
Well, me, Bryce, and Riley have been together for so long. I feel like the connection and chemistry has been there since we're freshmen for a long time. I feel like that's kind of why it's been so good this year.
Absolutely, and you had 2 big plays there on Friday. Obviously, the 2 touchdowns you guys scored. One was from 24 yards out. You went up over the defender. How'd that feel to get that kind of catch?
Yeah, that was crazy. was insane. That was pretty good.
And then you used your speed on the next one, 81 yards down the field. I mean, I knew you had speed, but man, where did those burners come from?
Oh, I just hit a different gear. Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna let this guy catch me from behind me.
And obviously after that, you guys gained a ton of momentum. Unfortunately, you went down with an injury there late, but you said you'll probably be able to play this Friday. Yeah. All right, well, that's good news for you guys. And how are you guys feeling? I know it's a tough loss there on Friday, but how are you guys feeling coming into this week, seeing as how it's homecoming?
There's a lot more energy because, you know, it's homecoming. Very special game, very special night, very special week. I feel like we're going to forget about that last game, get over it, come back, more energy, and I feel like we're going to go.
Absolutely. You guys looking to go with the spread once again this week, or going back to a little more traditional offense?
That's the question for the coach.
But we know what you want. You want the spread, huh? Yeah. All right, well, homecoming, of course, this week. You guys got anything special planned for Friday night? Maybe a special play? I mean, if so, don't tell. Don't give anything away. But
I can't give anything away.
all right. I like it. So now we'll get into some more random stuff. For your pregame, do you have a pregame meal that you kind of have to have before a game?
Oh, pregame meal. I go home. What I do before games, I really have a pregame meal, but I do go say hi to my lizard at home.
Okay.
I got a lizard at home. Yeah, his name's Zeus. Yeah, he's really cool.
That's awesome. You get how do you get in the zone for a game? Is it music? Yeah, and certain genres, certain artists.
Yeah. We go down in the locker room. Bryce got the playlist going on. It kind of sucks with music. I like a little bit of Young Boy, some Free Dog. Yeah, I like them.
Nice. Calling out your quarter. I don't know. You might see a few less targets this week for calling them out, but no, of course. Now for the game here, this homecoming. I mean, what does it mean to you? You're a senior this year. What does this game mean for you?
Homecoming. Last homecoming for me. But yeah, homecoming. These last couple of years have been all right. Like I remember back a couple of years ago when we played Aiken. It's the first time we won homecoming in years, and that game meant a lot to me and my teammates at the time. So ever since then, this game has meant a lot to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, and for you, what do you do? I know it's hard as a student athlete especially, but what is something that you do to kind of take some time to just be yourself, to just kind of chill?
When I get time, I like to play like video games and stuff like fish and all that stuff.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck here.
Yeah, thank you.
It doesn't matter if you're looking for this, these, or parts for this. One of these, or some of this.
Is that paint drying?
Yep. Hoffman Ace Hardware has what you need. Drills, grills, screws, bolts, chainsaws, and the friendly staff to help you find what you need to finish any project. Hoffman Ace Hardware in Pine City and Moose Lake. Become an Ace Rewards member and save some of this.
Back here on WCMP Sports Ethan Game Day, Gilman joined by another Pine City Pro head football coach. Coach Ford, how are you?
I'm wonderful today, thank you.
Thank you for joining me. All right, last Friday, a little bit of a heartbreaker there for you guys, but it was a huge difference first half to second half, both offensively and defensively. Defense did a good job, especially inside the 20. Then your guys on offense, that second half was huge.
Yeah, there's a big difference between the first half and the second half. Just the way we executed offensively and the way that we played the game. First half we were very hesitant. We didn't think we were very physical. We didn't think we were playing fast. Our defense was huge to keep us in that ball game early. And then the second half we found some things that were working, and we actually found some things working in the first half. We just missed it. You know, like, hey, that looked really good, but. And there was a lot of buts in that first half. The second half was a little more normal together.
On the offensive side, though, what was the message to those guys at
halftime? It was, we need to get better. We know what we're supposed to do, now we need to go do it. And there was a lot of guys looking at us just simply saying, hey, you know, I wasn't ready for whatever reason. I wasn't ready to start that game the way we should have started that game. And then it was kind of on them. It's like, all right, this is a team we can play against, a team that we can compete against. Now we have to go out and do it.
Absolutely. Really started to really click there in the second half. Erickson started to connect with those guys. I mean, what do you think about that relationship that Erickson has with those players on offense and how they're able to do that?
Yeah, you and I talked about it last week, you know, getting the tight end the ball more. And we tried to do that in the first half. We just missed it. We had a skinny post called early on. The safety was held up tight. and we missed over the top. You know, those are things that we just missed in that first half that we hit in the second half. We knew we could throw the ball against them vertically, and we found ways to do it in the second half that we didn't just miss in the first half. You know, you got to throw and you got to catch. If you don't get two of those things to happen, it's tough to win the ball.
Absolutely, and Charles had, like we just talked about, a big game in the second half, a huge catch over the defender for you guys' first score of the game to get within 6, and a huge 81-yard catch and run. I mean, what was that like to see as a coach?
Pretty excited for Mason because he knows in the first half it's not his best half. And we addressed that in the halftime and just said simply put, you're better than this. You're an absolutely amazing player when you play up to your potential. And he knew it in the second half. He took ownership of that and said, all right, here's what I can do. And you saw that in the second half. He ran away from that kid. Yeah. And it was pretty exciting for him. It was pretty exciting for our team to get us back in the game.
Yeah, and it looked like kind of complicated for the offense too, because it looked like after the first score even, that the running back started to get just the hole a little bit harder.
Yeah, we were starting to hit the right holes. If you watch us even in the first half, we ran the same play back-to-back plays before half. The first time we ran behind our missed our lead blockers, the second time we ran behind our lead blockers. We're going to watch through that film today and just simply say, look, hey, how big of a difference does that make when you truly execute the play call versus the play that wasn't called? And the second half, we ran the ball better because we stayed behind our blockers. We let them do their job, and then we executed.
And how, for the running backs, how big is confidence running the ball? Is that just something that's kind of on them? Can they get that through practice?
Oh, absolutely can be learned in practice. We start that from the beginning of the week all the way to the end of the week. For example, today we'll put in some new things, some new wrinkles, and we'll go out and run them against absolutely no one and try to gain confidence on what we're supposed to be position-wise. And then as the week progresses, we'll start to add the blockers in front and eventually the defense. So that confidence kind of gets built step by step. Hopefully we're ready to roll.
And this past Friday, we've seen a little bit of a new offense out there, kind of a spread look. How did you feel that looked on Friday?
You know, Friday I was a little disappointed, I'll be honest. I was really excited going into the game thinking, hey, this is what we're going to do and here's how they're going to have to respond. And we just missed some things. You know, we looked at it on film later and we're like, we had it, but we missed it. I like the look of it. We're going to go in and out of that hard and spread throughout the week. You're going to see that next year this coming Friday as well.
All right. And speaking of this Friday, it's homecoming. You got Two Harbors. What does Two Harbors do well on defense that you guys got out of that?
They are very physical and very aggressive. They will come at us with 7-8 guys in the box continuously over and over again. They're going to make us go vertical. They're going to make us get to the edges. Two things that we haven't done great all year, but we're getting better at week by week, and we're going to have to execute those two things.
And I think this speaks to Bryce Harrison. He's done a really good job again, staying in that pocket, standing taller, and finding his guys and knowing when to roll out of the pocket. Is that kind of on him again this week, seeing those 8 guys in the box and having to get rid of it?
He is. He's actually going to be able to call some different plays based upon what he sees on defense, based upon what we train him throughout the week to say, all right, this is your opportunity to take charge of that offense. That's why you saw that last week with some of that music being played, and the guys would look over so long they couldn't hear us. And we'd already changed the play, and that's what he's going to do again this week, is change based upon what the defense is.
And how tough is that for him to kind of take that on the beginning of the week and then try to implement that on Friday?
There's a reason that we waited until week 4 and 5 to start doing those things. It's just, you got to get to that point in the season where you can start handing it over to them and then to make the plays, and that's where we're at right now. As Bryce has been coached up to do that, and he's a very bright young man, and he's ready for it.
And we talk a lot about the running backs, the receivers, quarterbacks. Let's talk about the O-line for a second. They have a tough job every single play. They go up against the biggest guys in the ball. They got to be the toughest ones. How do you feel about your offensive line this past week?
I thought it was their best performance. I really did. If you looked at the play after play after play, that offensive line was moving the ball. They were moving with the ball, where in previous weeks they were very hesitant. They would catch the blocks versus deliver the block. And you just watch it play after play. It was like movement of that offensive line working together. That was pretty exciting to see for the first time. That reminded me of Cook last year, where all of a sudden it just clicked. Where all of a sudden we're all moving together. And it's pretty awesome to see, and they get pretty excited about it.
Absolutely. And looking to this Friday, what is one thing that you think you guys can do to kind of get out to an early start?
We're going to have to be explosive. We're going to have to take advantage of a very aggressive defense and hit a big play. And that big play is going to look like in some different forms, but we can't miss this week. Last week we missed in the first half. We could have been in the lead at halftime, and we weren't. And this week we're going to have to find a way to find ourselves at lead.
And you guys came back from 14 down. Talk about the resilience of these teams. It could have been really easy to hit them.
Yeah, we were waiting for that maturity process all season long, where they can bounce back from a little bit of a deficit. And week after week after week, it just hasn't been there. And this week we saw that. We saw a lot of guys that wanted to compete, a lot of guys that wanted to to make themselves better and make the team better. I would say that's the first time this year we have seen that competitiveness come out for something. And of course, homecoming, what is the feeling in this locker room after a tough loss like that? What is the feeling now for homecoming week? Homecoming week's always a big deal. You know, you see the guys that you haven't seen in a while, you see community members that you haven't seen in a while. They're distracted all week long with different activities and different events going on, but it's an amazing experience for these youngsters to go through. They're not going to have many homecomings left. And to experience it all week long, we're going to do our best throughout practice this week. Try to change some things up. Let them know how special it is. Yeah, and it's special to see this is a huge one, but it's also a big one because this is the last one. I mean, this is the last one they'll ever play. So what is the message to those guys this week? You only get so many home games as a senior, as a football player, with only 8 on the schedule. You never guarantee 5 unless you have a home field advantage in that playoffs. So it's always important that they understand the importance of all week long. There's lots of these sports and high school sports that they build out to one game each week. And just kind of reiterate that throughout the week that don't give away a play, don't give away an opportunity when it comes to Friday. All right, Coach. Well, is there anything else that you want to add? I don't. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me. You bet. Welcome. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it.
I want to give a huge shout out to both the co-head coaches for the Pine City Dragon football program for joining us. That's Coach Fort and Coach Berger for joining us and doing those interviews. Again, it is so appreciated that they come out every week to do those interviews with us, take time out of their practice day to come out and do it for us. So we appreciate them so much, and as well as Mason Charles for coming in and doing an interview for our senior spotlight, of course, brought to you by Pine Technical and Community College. I want to thank him so much for joining us as well. Well, that does it for the pregame show here on WCMP. We will now send it out to the press box for the call of tonight's homecoming game between the Pine City Dragons and the Two Harbors Agates. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of homecoming football here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, joining you back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 and live at WCMPradio.com. We've got homecoming football here for you tonight on WCMP between the Pine City Dragons and the Two Harbors Agates. We're just about set to get underway, and this homecoming game between the 1-4 Dragons and the 2-3 Agates. And before we get underway, I want to give a huge shout out to our fine sponsors and thank them for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. We can't do it without them, so thank you so much to all of our fine sponsors. Why don't we hear a word from our fine sponsors here this evening, and when we come back, we'll be set for kickoff here on WCMP and 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Hand-cut meat, smoked to perfection. Brisket, pulled pork, chicken wings, rib tips, catfish, homemade cornbread and slaw. Oh, that's Southern barbecue. My mouth's watering. Yours too, I can hear it. Bet you're wondering where to get some of that. Maxwell Southern Barbecue in downtown Pine City, that's where. I was surprised too, like Pine City has a downtown? I guess. Find Dennis and the crew at Maxwell Southern Barbecue on 8th and Main. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Eat in, take out. Come hungry and bring friends.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
With all the stress involved in a legal situation, it is comforting to know that you have K-Back Law on your side. K-Back Law in Pine City provides a relaxing atmosphere for you to feel comfortable discussing your legal needs. They handle a wide range of cases from real estate and business to estate planning and probate. K-Back Law has fair and flexible pricing and will accommodate your schedule. Visit them in Pine City or Sandstone. For more information, visit K-Back Law online at kbacklaw.com. That's kbacklaw.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. Well, you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know how sometimes in small towns people run their mouths with rumors? I hate that. Ashley, that's my cousin. She always talking trash. Anyway, I heard a rumor that Maxwell Southern Barbecue in Pine City is now doing delivery. And I was like, hush, you mean to tell me I can get that mouth-watering Southern barbecue like chicken, brisket, pulled pork, homemade cornbread and slaw at home? I'm calling now. Maxwell Southern Barbecue. Come hungry and bring friends. Unless you want to stay on your porch.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Sydney Nelson, your Pine City Edward Jones financial advisor. Find him at 950 Main Street South, right next to Dairy Queen. Sydney Nelson and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
You are a do-it-yourselfer. There is not a project you can't do. But you need a little help. That's why Hoffman Ace Hardware is here. They have all the tools and products you need for your project. Electrical, plumbing, landscaping, they have it all. With 2 locations, one in Pine City and Moose Lake, they can serve you no matter where you live. Their friendly staff will help you find exactly what you need so you can be in and out in no time. For your next project, visit the experts at Hoffman Ace Hardware today.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP. We're just about set for kickoff here in Pine City, where the Dragons will get set to host the 2 Harbors Agates on this homecoming game between these 2 teams. And again, it should be a good one here tonight. These 2 teams pretty evenly matched again, kind of like last week. And, we look at it, and the Pine City Dragons look to get their 2nd win on the season. And the Agates look to spoil the homecoming for the Dragons. But the Dragons, again, it is evenly matched here this evening. 2-3, 1-4, a pretty similar records. And, of course, the Dragons have all the momentum of homecoming night, so it should be a good one here tonight. They will receive the ball, will the home-standing Pine City Dragons. And back to return for them will be Cummings and Mason Charles, those 2 seniors back to receive. And here we are underway, and there's the boot. It is down, and taking it in, it looks to be Riley Cummings. He looks to cut it back to his right, cuts it up the field at the 25. Then he is swarmed upon near the 27. So Riley Cummings on the return, gets it. We'll see where they spot it. About the 27-yard line. So 27-yard line is where the Dragons will start on offense. The Dragons, of course, head coached by Nate Fort and Andrew Berger. The Two Harbors Agates, by the way, coached by Tom Nelson. Ball will be spotted on their own 26-yard line. 6 seconds come off the clock on that kickoff return, and here we go. Erickson will go under center in the power tee. Erickson takes the snap. He looks. He hands it off to the left side. That's John Mead with the carry, and John Mead doesn't really get anything on that carry. And he'll get back to about the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play there for John Mead. And on the tackle, Trenton Meeks for the Two Harbors Agates. 2nd down and 10, and under 11.5 to go here in quarter number 1. Homecoming night for the Pine City Dragons. Thanks all again to the coaches for the interviews and to Mason Charles for the senior spotlight, brought to you by Pine Tech and Community College. Under center, Erickson takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. Left-handed quarterback throws on the run, and that is to no one, incomplete. John Mead and Mason Charles in the area, but that falls incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now for Pine City. And Pine City, again, they've struggled early on with connecting on passes, just a couple of overthrows, and then they seem to kind of connect later on. But tonight you're going to, we mentioned it kind of during the pregame, going to have to get an early start here this evening against this Agate team. 3rd down and 10, 11-10 to go here in the quarter. Erickson takes the snap. He's going to fake it one way, give it off the other. And on the carry, I believe, is Jace Preston. He goes, maybe picks up a couple. And excuse me, that's Logan Kalecki on the carry. Not a whole lot on the carry, maybe a gain of 2. It'll bring up 4th down and 8. So Kalecki, a 2-yard carry, and it's going to bring up 4th down and long, and that will bring out the punt team here for Pine City. It'll be Riley Cummings looking to punt it away. So nothing doing on that first offensive drive for Pine City, and they'll punt it away. Cummings gets the high snap, brings it down, and that punt is going to be high, and it'll bounce at the 50 and get a decent roll to the 46. So the Agates will start at their own 46-yard line. Pine City goes 3 and out on their first drive, take up about 1.5 minutes of time on that offensive possession, and they'll turn it over to the Two Harbors Agates. And they got their defense starters announced, so we'll see who's out here on offense. As we get going, I believe their quarterback's going to be Jacob Carpenter, number 4 out there. Their center will break the huddle first, and the rest of the team will follow. It is going to be Carpenter, the quarterback, under center. And he's going to hand it off to his running back, number 5, who has the lane off the right side and falls forward near the 1st down marker, and he might just have a 1st down. That's Kyler Pitkanen with the carry. It is going to be a 1st down carry. Ball is going to be spotted at the 43-yard line. Gain of 12 for Pitkanen. And the Agates will get back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback hands it off. Same play again off the right side. He gets a little bit of a lane to the outside, then tackled by a couple of Dragons. It looks like it might have been Jace Preston. And Logan Kalecki on the stop. Going to be a pickup of near 6 for Pitkanen once again. So 2nd down and 4. So I'm trying to get the starting offensive players on the fly here for the Agates. Trying my best. So Pitkanen, 2 carries in a row. He has 20 yards, or excuse me, 17 yards, so close to 20. And this handoff up the middle, finds a lane, and then he's swarmed upon just past the 35. And look to see. So Deacon Bark on the carry. And Logan Kalecki on the stop once again. It'll be a pickup of 2 there for Deacon Bark. And 3rd down and 2. So the Dragons looking to make a stop here on 3rd down. 3rd down and 2. Agates at the Dragon, we'll call it 34-yard line. Carpenter lines up under center. Takes a snap. And he's going to keep it himself on the outside. He's got a lane. He makes a defender miss and then flies upfield, and he'll be taken down past the 25. It'll be a first down for the Agates and a pickup of 10 plus. We'll call it about 12 on the carry for the quarterback, Jacob Carpenter. Gain of 12 on 3rd and 2. Be first down and 10 inside the 25-yard line of the Dragons with 8:30 left on the game clock here in quarter number 1. Agates moving the ball. Carpenter under center takes the snap, and he gives it off here to, I believe it's Pitkinen again. And Pitkinen breaks a tackle. He cuts it out to the left side, and he is gone. Touchdown, Agates. Pitkinen from 24 yards out scores a touchdown. And the Two Harbors Agates get on the board early. So not what you want if you're the Dragons. Again, their game plan coming into tonight was more or less they want to stop them and force them to go more than 7-8 plays to try and score, and that did not happen there. A 24-yard run from Pitkinen gets them on the board for 6-0. They will look to go for the extra point. Well, the snap was fumbled, and the throw is going to be incomplete. They did not get there. So I don't know if that was a fake field goal or not, but either way, the Pine City Dragons hold them out of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So it'll be 6-0 the lead here for the Two Harbors Agates on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics custom braces or Invisalign with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. Of course, stay tuned at halftime. We'll be giving away a halftime half rack brought to you by Maxwell Southern Barbecue in downtown Pine City. Maxwell Southern Barbecue is located on 8th and Main Street, and they are open Tuesday through Sunday at 11 a.m. Maxwell's Southern Barbecue in downtown Pine City. Again, they have sponsored the halftime half rack all year long, and again, you will be given a keyword at halftime to text in to 320-629-7575, and the winner will win a half-rack rib meal from Maxwell Southern Barbecue, and the winner will be announced on Monday during the sports on 100.9 FM. So the Agates, they march downfield. They go 5 plays and get into the end zone on a 24-yard rushing touchdown from Kyler Pitkinen to get on the board first. And then, I don't know if it was a fake field goal or not, the snap back to the quarterback was bobbled a little bit, and then he picked it up and looked to just try and run it in. This kick is a little bit of a lobber to Riley Cummings. He takes it up off the right side, finds a lane down the left side. He's got some room to run, breaks a tackle at the 45. He's finally wrapped up, but pushes his way down to the 45-yard line of the Agates, and a huge return there by Riley Cummings gets them into Agate territory. What a return there by Riley Cummings. It bounced to him. They lobbed it up. It bounced to him in his hands. He took it up the left side of the field, cut back to the right, broke a couple of tackles, and then finally drug defenders down to the 45-yard line, or dragged defenders down to the 45-yard line, and that's where the Pine City offense will take over. They will line up in the spread formation now with the Dragons. Got 2 receivers here on the right. I believe it's going to be 2 on the left with the running back Kalecki in the gun with Bryce Erickson. Get this call from the sideline. Erickson in the gun. Erickson takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He looks to get up the middle and nowhere to go. Absolutely swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. And he's going to lose about a yard. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 here for the Dragons. With under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter, a great return by Riley Cummings on the kick return. Then the first play goes backwards by about a yard. Be 2nd down and 11. 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. Agates lead 6-0 over the Dragons here on homecoming night. But the Dragons in a good position here to try and get some yards back and tie this game up at 6. Erickson in the gun. Again, same formation as last time with Kalecki in the backfield. Erickson takes a snap. He rolls out to his right. He's got pressure in his face right away, and he goes down. He's going to go down back at the 44-yard line on the Dragons' own side of the field. That's a big loss and a sack. It's going to be a loss of, a pretty big loss of about 8-9 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and a mile for the Dragons. They'll go a little bit of a hurry-up offense here. 2 receivers at the top of your screen, 2 at the bottom. Erickson will line up in the gun with Kalecki to his side. They're going to get the call from the sideline here, and so far, 2 back-to-back negative plays. They'll send a man in motion. It's John Mead. He'll get the sweep play on the left side. He's going to try and turn it upfield, and he is upended just on the other side of the 45. And they'll place him at the 46-yard line. Big gain of about 2 for John Mead, and that will more than likely bring on the punt team here for Pine City. So good kick return, but all for naught there on that one as they go 3 and out. And they'll have to punt it away with 6 minutes on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. So Riley Cummings will line up to punt this ball away. And that's not what you want if you're Pine City. Cummings gets the low snap down, and this is going to change field position. The returner takes it in at the 25-yard line, cuts it back to the left side here, trying to break another man's ankles, but he gets it to the 40, to the 45 before he is tapped out of bounds by the Dragons, Riley Cummings, and that was their quarterback, Jacob Carpenter, on the return. And usually you aren't going to see the quarterback in any other position besides quarterback and maybe safety, but he's back there returning punts. And it was a decent return. They're going to spot the Agates right at the 50 of the Dragons, so that's where the Agates will start on offense. And again, Jacob Carpenter, their quarterback, on the return from the 25 to the 50, so a return of about 25 yards. Carpenter will bring out the play to his offense, and he'll get back out there. They're lined up in the gun, 4 running backs in the back, or 3 running backs in the backfield, and looked like one of their running backs jumped, but not called, and the running back Pitkinen moves it just past the 50 for a gain of about 2. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 now for the Agates. With under 5.5 to go here in the first quarter, Agates lead 6-0. That was a formation I hadn't seen so far to this game, but only on their second possession are the Agates. Dragons already had one that went 3 and out, so again, 3 running backs in the backfield, the quarterback, a receiver at the top and bottom of your screen. Carpenter takes the snap, he fakes the give, he rolls out looking deep to his man downfield, and he turns around, no, incomplete. The pass there, incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 8 for 2 Harbors. Can't quite see the number of who he was aiming for, because he's a bit out of my eyesight. That's number 10. That's Tate Nelson, one of the receivers out there, along with Trent Gomez, the other receiver who was in the formation. 3rd down and 8 now for 2 Harbors. They're getting the play call in, and they'll look to get back to the line of scrimmage and try and do something here on 3rd and 8. And Pine City needs a big stop. That would change momentum just a little bit. Sends a man in motion from right to left, and he fakes it one way. It's the counter play there to Pitkinen. Pitkinen weaves his way through traffic. Traffic falls to about the 40. I'll place him at the 39. And that'll be enough for a first. Gain of 9 and a 1st down from Kyler Pitkinen. So on the Dragon side of the field, the 39-yard line, gain of 9, and it's 1st down and 10 with under 5 minutes to go here for 2 Harbors. They lead 6-0 over your Pine City Dragons. Carpenter under center, gives the ball up the middle. He's got a good push from his O-line, just standing behind his O-line, and finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That was Zach Leibel on the carry. And that's going to be a pickup of 13. Zach Leibel with the carry of 13 yards and a first down. First down and 10, Two Harbors on the Dragons' 26-yard line. Carpenter under center. He'll take the snap. It's a 5-step drop. Now he'll roll out to his right, and he's looking, trying to get around the defender. He gets it upfield before he... Ball's out! No, it's picked up. Looked like the ball might have been out for a moment, but it was not. And Carpenter on the carry to the, close to the 20. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like at the 21, so a gain of 5 for Carpenter. It'll be 2nd down and 5 now for Two Harbors. Carpenter under center. He'll give it on a little bit of a toss here to the running back, and he is going to be swarmed up. He'll get past the 20 to the 16, and Deacon Bark. He'll gain about another 5, maybe 4.5, and it'll be 3rd down and short. Deacon Bark on the carry, picks up about 5, 4.5 maybe, and it'll be 3rd down and short. 3rd and inches here for the Two Harbors Agates with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Dragons looking for a big stop. They need 2 here, as they would presumably go for it on 4th down. Carpenter takes the snap, and it's a different quarterback in there this time, but they give off to, I believe it was Pitkinen off the right side. He picks up enough for the first down inside the 10. Excuse me, that was number 1, Trent Gomez with the carry. And it's a first down, Two Harbors. Gomez, excuse me, got it inside the 10 to about the 7. Pick up of 10 for Trent Gomez, and first down and goal for Two Harbors. Quarterback takes a snap. He'll toss it out, and that is, can't see the number, but the running back breaks tackle, spinning away from Moore, and he gets into the end zone. Another touchdown there for Two Harbors. And that was Tate Nelson on the carry from 8 yards out, and it's another touchdown for Two Harbors. And that will put them up 12-0. So 12-0, they'll line up to go for the PAT. Alex Cernata is set to kick the PAT, and it's good. He's got a leg on him. 13-0 on your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics. Dr. Sievers is committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at embracemn.com. Stay tuned at halftime for the Maxwell Southern Barbecue Halftime Half Rack, where we'll give you a keyword to text in for your chance to win a half rack of rib meal from Maxwell Southern Barbecue. They have delivery and takeout available with lunch specials starting at $10. They also have meat counter offers and butcher fresh meats. Maxwell Southern Barbecue Halftime Half Rack. You're on WCMP. That'll be, of course, at halftime, given the name. Halftime Half Rack. Pine City trails 13-0 with under 2 minutes to go here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. It was Tate Nelson taking it in from 8 yards away. That is 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Two Harbors Agates. Meanwhile, the Dragons stuck in the rut right now. Can't go anywhere with their offense, and they're about to get the ball back. Just having a tough time right now trying to move the ball. And you hope that that changes sooner rather than later. Of course, they had a very good return by Riley Cummings the last time. And here's the boot, and they'll look for another good return. This time it'll be, oh, I can't see the number, of course. On the return, the Dragon player, he'll get it to the 35. It's Braxton Peets on the return. So Braxton Peets on the return to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Dragons will take over on their 3rd possession of the first quarter. 1:46 to go here in the first quarter. And the Dragons will take over once again trying to get their offense rolling. It's just kind of a stalled out start, the give there, and Jace Preston is swallowed up in the backfield. Tried to make a move at the line of scrimmage, but nowhere to go. He'll be backed up about a yard or two. I'm going to call it a yard. 2nd and 11 on the loss of 1 from Jace Preston. So 2nd down and 11 here for Pine City. They trail 13-0 with 1:15 to go here in quarter number 1. Erickson lines up in the power T formation. He's going to give it off here. And that's Jace Preston again. Breaks a tackle, falling forward near the 40. And they'll spot him, at the 39-yard line. Be a gain of 5 there for Jace Preston. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 for Pine City. So the biggest run of the night for Pine City goes for 5 yards right there. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Dragons. Erickson will get the call from the sideline. He'll bring it in to the offensive huddle. I wonder if they maybe look at 2 plays here to call with 35 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Erickson lines up under center, power T formation. Erickson hands it off to, that's Jace Preston again, breaking off 1 tackle and falling forward, nowhere really to go for him. Breaks the tackle and wrapped up pretty cleanly. He'll pick up about maybe 3. And we'll call it a gain of 2. A gain of 2, and that's generous. But 4th down and 4 now after the gain of 2 from Jace Preston. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Pine City with the Dragons trailing the Egg. It's 13-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics helping you find a smile you will embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. We'll take a commercial break here, word from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll be set for the second quarter of play here in Pine City.
Attention mental health specialists. Are you mission driven with a desire to make a positive impact in the lives of others? If you are creative, solution focused, or if you are simply looking to grow your career, Dungarvin wants you. Check us out online and submit an application at dungarvincareers.com today. Come make a difference in this world with Dungarvin today. We are eager to meet you. At this time, Dungarvin wants to wish the Pine City Dragons good luck at their homecoming game. Go Dragons!
Elmhurst Commons in Bram, a leading provider of senior living, is committed to providing quality care. Full apartments ranging from 566 to 941 square feet. Free cable includes 73 channels. Electric, heat, water, and sewer are also included. Taking private pay and GRH renters, accepting EW and CAD waivers. For more information, please contact Angel Kaler, Housing Manager at 320-396-0440 or check us out online at elmhurstcommons.com.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. Your site for tonight's homecoming game between the Pine City Dragons and the Two Harbors Agates. So far, Agates have the best of the Dragons. They lead 13-0 for now. As we begin the second quarter, Pine City lining up to go for it here on 4th down and 4. Erickson takes the snap. He gives it off to John Mead, and he is nearly wrapped up in the backfield, and he'll be taken down in the backfield. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the Agates push up front was absolutely insane. I mean, they got through the line as soon as the ball was snapped. There was really no chance there for John Mead as he lost 2 yards. My goodness. I mean, it was the snap, or maybe even a half of a hair before the ball snapped that the Two Harbors defense was in the backfield. That's a good jump of the snap there by Two Harbors. But if you're Pine City, I would key off on that. I would look and say, hey, we can jump this, or we can get them to jump now next time they want to be aggressive like that. So a hard count might be in the works here for the Dragons back on offense when they get it. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen, 1 at the top here for Two Harbors. As they take the snap, they fake the give. They're looking to the right. He's going to roll out to his right. And Carpenter, who'll look back to his left. The defender fell, and he gets it to his receiver, Tate Nelson, who gets it up the sideline. And he's finally pushed out of bounds by Merrick Overtoom. That's Ashton Seals down there. We do have a flag down, though. That would have been a big gain down inside the 20. And we'll wait to see the call. It's The way it looks, might be on to Harbors. Or maybe on Pine City, not sure. Looks like it might be on Pine City. I'm not totally sure what's happening here. Trying to explain the penalty. It's on to Harbors, so that'll be holding offense. That'll be the first penalty of the game. First down and 20 now for the Agates after that holding penalty. That'll back them up to the 49-yard line on their own side of the 50. So Dragons catch a break on that one because the defender fell, and Carpenter, he found his man Tate Nelson wide open, and it looked like he was going to have a big game, but luckily the penalty will take back that big game. A receiver at the bottom and top of your screen. 3 running backs in the backfield with the quarterback Carpenter. Carpenter takes the snap, and he gives it off this time off the left side. That is to Zach Leibel. Leibel gets it to the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. So we'll bring up second down and 15 now for Two Harbors. On the Dragon side of the 50 with 11:10 to go here in the second quarter. Agates lead 13-0 over your Pine City Dragons here on homecoming night. Two Harbors lines up second down and 15, maybe second and longer. So their base formation. Quarterback takes the snap. He hands it off the right side. No, he keeps it. Excuse me. They're confusing me. Carpenter, he'll get it up near the 40 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 5 for Carpenter, and that'll bring up third and long for Two Harbors. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 now for Two Harbors with 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half as the Agates lead 13-0. Dragons could use a big stop here, and if they could hold them to an incompletion or no gain, I would assume we'd see the punt team possibly for Two Harbors because they could pin the Dragons back and then the Dragons would get it back on offense. But we'll see. Base formation here for Two Harbors. Not sure what they call it, but base formation. The handoff off the right side. It's a fumble and the Dragons will pick it up. And Dragons, they will pick it up. That's Ricky Klepper back from an injury from a couple of weeks ago. And they will get the takeaway. So the Dragons, who have been struggling with the turnover battle, get the turnover here and take over on the 45-yard line. Their own 45-yard line is where they'll take over. First down and 10 with 10:03 to go here in quarter number 2. Ricky Klepper bounces on that loose ball after the mixed-up exchange, and Dragons will take over. Receiver on the top and bottom of his screen for the Dragons. Erickson under center. Erickson takes the snap. He looks to his left. He's going to throw it downfield for Klepper. Incomplete. Incomplete for Klepper. Just overthrown by the quarterback, Bryce Erickson. And that one might have been the best option there for it to fall to the grass because Klepper was double covered, and then the safety over top started to come over to the sideline to try and get to that ball, and luckily it is overthrown. If it's not, that has a very good chance of being intercepted, but a good overthrow there. Power T formation here by the Dragons. Bryce Erickson lines up under center. Oh, and then we get movement up front by the Dragons, and the Dragons will be the guilty party there. So that'll set them back 5 yards. That's their first penalty here of the game by Tucker Kubish. And that'll be a false start. That'll make it 2nd and 15 now for the Dragons as they'll be put back to their own 40-yard line instead of the 45. That's exactly what you don't want if you're Pine City. You get the turnover and then you miss the first play, which that's okay, but then a false start penalty backs you up 5 yards. Not what you want. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Agates lead 13-0 over the Pine City Dragons on your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Erickson lines up. He's going to send a man in motion from right to left, and he's going to give it up the middle here to Kalecki, and he goes nowhere. Maybe even lost a yard on that one, and I mean the push that the Agates are getting up front right now is just ridiculous. They are just sliding through this offensive line like butter right now. The Dragons are going to have to tighten it up quickly. And we've kind of seen this to begin the game. It almost seems like they need time to warm up, like a diesel engine. They just need some time to warm up, and then once they're warmed up, man, they're ready to go. They're out there, they're pushing back and getting things done. But now it's going to be 3rd and 16, and they trail 13-0. Erickson lines up, 2 receivers at the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Logan Kalecki to his side. Erickson takes a snap. It's a 5-step drop. He looks to his left. He's looking for Klepper, and that is intercepted. It's going to be intercepted there by Trent Gomez, and they'll spot it at the 37-yard line. So he was looking for Ricky Klepper, but that time Trent Gomez tracked the ball pretty well, and he gets it back for the Agates, and it'll be a turnover by the Dragons, and Agates will have it back with 9:05 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom braces or Invisalign. Find out more at embracemn.com. Two Harbors will get back out on offense, and again, not sure what they call this formation. And they'll just toss it here to Pitkinen. Pitkinen cuts it up the middle, past the 40, near the 45, and they'll place him at about the 43-yard line. 43-yard line, a gain of 5 for Pitkinen. And Jace Preston makes the tackle there for the Dragons. Second down and about 5.5. It'll be second down and 5, and a long 5 is what I meant to say. So second down to go for Agates, and Pine City. They need another big stop here. They could use another turnover. Carpenter lines up under center, and he gives it off here this time to the running back off the left side. He'll take it up the middle, falling forward past the 50. And that's Pitkinen again. He'll cross the 50 to the 9? 48-yard line, they'll call it. So it's a good gain there of about 12 yards. And a first down for Two Harbors with 8:08 to go in the first half. Agates lead 13-0 over your Pine City Dragons here on homecoming night. Agates line up, base formation, line up under center. The give this time to Pitkinen again off the right side. He broke a tackle, breaks another one. Stiff arms a man. He stays, nope, not in bounds. And he'll be pushed out at around the 28, 29-yard line. We do have a Two Harbors Agates down. So an Agate is down for Two Harbors. And before we go to break so they can take a look at them, I want to remind you that at halftime, stay tuned for the Halftime Half Rack, sponsored by Maxwell's Southern Barbecue. We'll give you a keyword to text in at halftime for your chance to win a half rack rib meal from Maxwell's Southern Barbecue in downtown Pine City. Maxwell's Southern Barbecue. They now offer catering. They're family-owned and operated, and you can follow them on Facebook for info and daily specials. Of course, they will honor their Hall of Fame class of 2022 at halftime here. That is Maria Odendahl and Easton Foss. They'll honor them tonight at halftime, as well as tomorrow at their Hall of Fame banquet. That begins at 5:30, and they'll start having their meal, I believe, at 6:30, and that's when their speeches will begin. Maria Odendahl from the class of 2007, Easton Foss from the class of 2015. Those will be the two athletes inducted tomorrow during their Hall of Fame banquet. Of course, the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard reads 7:51 with the Agates leading 13-0. Embrace Orthodontics, they will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. EmbraceMN.com. The Two Harbor Agate down, I believe it was Trenton Meeks, or it was Chase Anderson. I didn't get a good look at the number. I believe it Chase Anderson. I believe that's who it is. But he's able to limp off the field with some assistance. We we hope he's okay. Again, one thing you never want to see is injuries happen. That's something you never, ever want to see. So we hope that he's okay and maybe even able to work his way back into this game. So from the 48 to the 29, it's a gain of 19 on that last play from Kyler Pitkinen. The Agates bringing their offense inside the Dragons' 30-yard line. Once again, they're looking to put more points up on the board. Dragons, they need a big stop. Bring the blitz, bring the house, something. These outside linebackers are going to have to do a good job of clamping out that outside as Pitkinen again on the carry, just following his blockers who are getting such good push up front. And he gets near the 15 to the 16-yard line, another gain of 13. A.J. Austinson makes the tackle. That's his 5th run of over 10 yards already in this first half from Kyler Pitkinen, and he has a touchdown already. And they look to add on with 7.5 minutes to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here in quarter number 2. Carpenter, this time he'll give it up the middle, and the running back, again, following his blockers. They get a good push yet again. And he gets down, I think that's Pitkinen once again. No, that's Tate Nelson. He'll get it to the 9, gain of 7. Gain of 7 on the play. Nick Plajic with the stop. That'll bring up 2nd down and a long 3 with under 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. 2nd down and 3. Dragons need a big stop. They got the corner playing up, which I think is a smart move. I think you need to send him. And they're going to toss it here to Pitkinen. Pitkinen following his blockers, cuts it upfield. He gets near the goal line, and he is in. Kyler Pitkinen takes it into the end zone from 9 yards out. And I'm wrong. They say it's Deacon Bark on the touchdown run. So we'll give him the touchdown. Doesn't matter. Either way, they're in the end zone. So a 9-yard run from Deacon Bark makes it 20 to nothing. Or excuse me, 19. 19 to nothing, and they look for the Cernata with the extra point attempt. It is good. Makes it 20 to nothing on your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here. Embrace Orthodontics custom braces or Invisalign with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. 6:35 to go here in the first half. Dragons trail 20 to nothing against the Two Harbors Agates, and right now Two Harbors just kind of out-muscling the Pine City Dragons up front. That's really what it is. Pine City, they need something. They need something to go their way. They need a big momentum shift, and I think what they need right now is just a big play. I think a big play would really help them kind of get out of this slide that they're on right now and get some momentum to go their way, to feel good about themselves, and then we'll see them start to bust some more because, again, like I mentioned before, it seems like they get out to these slow starts and they just need to warm up a little bit, kind of like a diesel engine or a freight train. But once they get going, man, they're hard to stop. But it's tough for them to get going sometimes, and again, it is here tonight. Two Harbors having their way up front, whether it's the defensive line for Two Harbors or their offensive line for Two Harbors. They are just manhandling the offense and defensive line of Pine City right now, and the Dragons need just a big play. Whether it's a big hit, a big return, a big run, they need something to pop because that's really what's going to get them going right now. It's seemingly the only thing that's going to get them going. There's plenty of other things that can, but that would be the really big thing to kind of help get them going here this evening. Cernata getting set for the kickoff. And there's the boot. It's going to be a roller down the field, and trying to hop on top of it was Kalecki, and then finally collecting it down there are the Dragons. So they'll start on their own side of the field. Braxton Peets covers up the ball, and they'll spot the ball at the 25 or 24 yard line. Look like the 25, and then they will spot it at the 24. So Dragons will take over first down and 10 with 6:35 to go here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. It's first down and 10 for Pine City. And Erickson will line up in the power T formation. Erickson. Oh, I think he was just putting his hand down. But they're going to call a false start on Pine City. I thought he was just putting his hand down to get set, but apparently he was not. So the 5th possession for Pine City, and right away they go backwards. First down and 15, ball at the 20 now, 6:35 to go. Actually more or less spotted at the 19. So 19-yard line is where the ball is spotted, 6:35 to go, first down and 15. Power T formation, Bryce Erickson, he'll give it up the middle. They got some push there, a decent run, finally getting something to surge. And looks like they'll get all the penalty yards back, if not close. Logan Kalecki, he'll get all of it and maybe plus a half yard, so a gain of 5 there for Logan Kalecki. Second down, and we'll call it 10. It might be 9.5, but I'll call it 10 just because it's so close. So second down now for the Dragons. Still second and long. Not a second down they would like to be in, but second down, and got a good push on that last one. 2 receivers out in the formation, one on the top, one at the bottom of your screen. Erickson takes a step, drops back, throws over to the right side to Riley Cummings, and he gets close to the first down marker. He was hit a little high. Surprised they didn't call a targeting foul, but he'll get to the 31-yard line. Maybe a pickup of about 8.
Third down and 3 for the Dragons.
Whoa. Pickup of about 8, 3rd and 2. Riley Cummings with the catch. It'll make it 3rd down and 2 now. And they're showing blitz coming up the middle quickly, and swallowed up in the backfield once again are the Dragons. No gain for Logan Kalecki. And one thing I'm seeing is they are a lot of times bringing the safety from deep and having him run up on that line of scrimmage at the very last second, and he's getting through no problem. So what I think that Dragons need to do here, they got to go with a hard count. They need to draw this team offside. They're showing they're being aggressive on some of these plays. They're showing that they're bringing the safety down for a blitz. You got to go aggressive, and you got to get, in my opinion, the hard count going to get them to jump off sides. I mean, that's free yardage for your team. 4th down and 2 to go here for Pine City. Erickson takes the snap. It's a 3-step drop, throws it over to the left side. It would have been a first down, but Pine City called the timeout. Oh, no. So it would have been a first down reception for Riley Cummings at about the 35. Turns into a timeout, and that's a tough one. That is going to be a tough one to swallow if you're the Dragons. They call a timeout. I'm assuming they called it before the play even got started, but for Bryce Erickson, who connected with Riley Cummings right there, he's going to be a little bit upset because they had the first. They had the first down, and timeout called. So there are 4 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the second quarter on your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics Dr. Sievers is committing to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at embracemn.com. Of course, stay tuned at halftime for the Maxwell Southern Barbecue halftime half rack here on WCMP. We'll give you a keyword to text in at halftime to 320-629-7575 for your chance to win a half rack rib meal from Maxwell Southern Barbecue. They're located on 8th and Main Street, and they're open Tuesday through Sundays at 11 a.m. Maxwell Southern Barbecue. You know, I didn't get a chance to eat dinner and barely lunch today. And if they were open late, I'd be going there after this game. Nothing sounds better after a nice cold game. Well, it's not too cold, but a chilly game than going to a nice, well-lit restaurant, going in and getting some barbecue. Oh, I'm making it worse for myself. 4th down and short here for Pine City. They take the snap. They give it off the right side here to John Mead. He breaks a couple tackles, breaks another one, drags a defender forward to about the 45, gets a push. He's still not down, muscling his way near the 50-yard line, and John Mead with the carry. Showing off he's been in the weight room. My goodness, what a carry there by John Mead to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 from John Mead. And that has been the strongest, toughest run we've seen from the Dragons here tonight. John Mead on the carry. He has been in the weight room this season, showing it off right there. First down and 10 for the Dragons now on their own 48-yard line. Erickson under center. Sends a man in motion right to left. He's going to give it to him. It's a reverse. Jace Preston lost the ball. Oh, my goodness. So one thing goes their way, and now it's a turnover. And Two Harbors has it. Oh, what a turn of events. So as they get things going their way, they try a little bit of a reverse. And they turn the ball over. Ball will go to the Two Harbors Agates now at the 36-yard line. That's where the Agates will take over. Oh, boy, that's going to be a tough one to swallow. Pine City looked like they finally got that big play that they needed, started to push momentum their way, and then reverse leads to a fumble. 3:57 to go here in the second quarter. Receiver top and bottom of your screen for Two Harbors. It's Carpenter in the gun with running back on each side of his and a running back behind him. He's going to fake the handoff and then throw it here to Tate Nelson. Tate Nelson at the 25 to the 20. He breaks tackle to the 15. He's got some speed to him, and he breaks it near the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 for Tate Nelson. That's a big first down there for the Two Harbors Agates, and they're already inside the Dragons' 10-yard line. Stop there made by Austin Wiener. First down and goal at the 6. Gain of 19 there for the Agates. First down and goal from the 6. Handoff up the middle. I believe that was Liebel on the carry. And he got in. Touchdown Agates. Liebel on the carry. It's a touchdown from 6 yards out. So the Agates will take a 26-0 lead now. They had to go 2 plays, 36 yards, and a touchdown. The kick is up and good. Cernata with the extra point kick up and good, and that makes it 27-0 here for the Two Harbors Agates at halftime. On your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, there are 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. The Dragons trail 27-0. Embrace Orthodontics helping you find a smile you embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. Of course, stay tuned at halftime. We will have the halftime half-rack rib meat, or Maxwell Southern Barbecue halftime half-rack presented by Maxwell Southern Barbecue in downtown Pine City. We'll give you a keyword to text in for your chance to win a half-rack rib meal from Maxwell Southern Barbecue. They have lunch specials starting at $10 with meat counter offers and butcher fresh meats. Maxwell's Southern Barbecue bringing you the Maxwell's halftime half-rack. Dragons trail 27-0 here on homecoming. They're going to need some homecoming magic here. They want to get back into this one. They have 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter, and that could really help them a lot. So as we get set for kickoff here, I will try and get you some updates from the other games on WCMP. We've got East Central taking on Chisholm on 100.9 FM, and Adam Hefty over on KBEK is calling the Bram Moose Lake Little River game. That's homecoming. Andy Beckstrom covering the East Central Chisholm game. 27-0 here in our game on homecoming night for the Dragons. They trail the Agates of Two Harbors. And it's just been basically the O-line for Two Harbors, and D-line is just punishing the Dragons up front, and they don't have an answer as of right now. Cernata with the boot. This will be one on the ground, picked up by one of the upmen, Kalecki, and he falls forward past the 50. Kalecki with the really good return there, and let's see where they spot this ball. They'll spot it in Two Harbors territory. at the 46-yard line. So the Dragons will get their best starting field position of the night with that return by Logan Kalecki. At the 46-yard line, that's where they'll start. 3:15 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, your custom smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom braces or Invisalign. EmbraceMN.com. So the Dragons trying to get something going they had on that last drive, but it wound up being a fumble and a turnover. Erickson takes the snap. He fakes the give. He'll look to his left and just out past the outstretched arms of Ricky Klepper. I can find the words to speak. So incomplete, and is that the ball or a flag? It's a flag. It's going to go against Two Harbors. So that'll march the ball the other way. So a flag on Two Harbors. Did not see the call, but looks, based on the chain gang moving, it'll look to be an automatic first down. So they were at the Two Harbors 46. This will move the ball to the Two Harbors 31. It's a 15-yard penalty and a first down here for Dragons. So, hey, you get free yards, you take them. First down and 10 from the 31-yard line, of Two Harbors. Erickson takes the snap. He fakes it. He's rolling out to his left. He throws on the run. He's got a man. Jace Preston down to the 25 to about the 23-yard line. It's a first down gain for the Dragons. Gain of about 8 there on first down. I don't know where I got 13. But Jace Preston with the catch of 8, and that'll make it second down and 2 for Pine City. Erickson lines up in the power T formation, gives it up the middle to Logan Kalecki. He finds the lane and then is quickly driven down, but he'll get to the 20, and that should be good enough for a first down. It will be. Gain of 3 from Logan Kalecki to the 20. First down and 10 with 2:10 to go here in the first half. First down and 10 for the Dragons on the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone now. And the Dragons are looking to score to erase this 27-0 deficit. Lined up 2 receivers to the left and the one on the left, one on the right. 3 running backs in the backfield. Erickson takes a snap. Oh. And we got a penalty, and I'm guessing this will go on Pine City. I'm guessing it'll be a false start. It is, and that'll back them up. So that'll back them up 5 yards, first down and 15. 1:53 to go here in the first half. Dragons trail 27-0 against the Two Harbors Agates. And Dragons finding some momentum, albeit they had a penalty that got them down the field. But, hey, again, you take free yards any way you can get them, especially when your offense hasn't really found much to go. Same formation as the penalty and trying to give it up to Kalecki, and he has got nowhere to go. And, yeah, no gain on the play. It'll bring up second and 15. The clock is running. 1:17, 1:15 to go. Clock running on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Gonna substitute some guys here. They've only got about 1:05 to go. Want to try and get something near the goal line before halftime gets here. A minute to go. They get to the line, and I'm assuming we'll see a shot down the field from Erickson. He takes the snap. He looks. He's under pressure. Throws to his right. That might have been close to a roughing the passer. That ball is intercepted. Man, that was close. He might have gotten there just a tad late. I was kind of surprised we did not see a flag down for roughing the passer. That pass did fall incomplete, by the way, not an interception. It was close, but he did drop it there. It'll bring up third down and 15. Again, Erickson got hit hard. And I was kind of surprised they didn't throw out the flag for roughing the passer, but no flag down. 48 seconds to go, third down and 15. And we'll see what the Dragons decide to do here. Got a long ways to go, but kind of a general rule is you want to get at least half of it back here on third down if you're going to go for it on fourth. So Erickson lined up under center. And I think we had an offsides here, but Erickson puts it up. It's too short, and two defenders go after it, and they do get the pick. Two Harbors will intercept the underthrown ball and will take over with 42 seconds left at the 5-yard line on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you, and if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. So the Dragons suffering on the turnover battle right now. They're struggling, and they have about 42 seconds left to try and stop this Agate offense. Now, you know the Agates are going to try and go down the field and get 7 more on the board. I'm sure they could try and get 3 as well. They got a pretty good kicker. But they'll line up under center, and they'll run the ball to the right side of the line. It's Pitkinen on the carry, and he bounces forward. And let's see where they spot him. Wish I could see the yard line. I cannot see. I am so blind. It'll be a first down carry to the 15 for Pitkinen. It's another 10-yard carry there for him. Clock is running. We got 20 seconds to go. Doesn't look like they'll try and rush anything downfield too far. It's a toss out to Bark off the left side, and he's finally taken down, but we got a flag. And he's down as well. Okay, he's okay. He's just slow to get up. So Bark got it to the 29, which would have been a gain of about 14, but let's see the flag in the backfield. And there is a holding call. That'll be their 3rd penalty. Pine City has 3 as well. So that'll back them up and probably wrap up this first half. 12 seconds to go, and I'm assuming we'll just see a run from the Agates, and unless they break it all the way, that should wrap up the first half of play here in Pine City. Dragons trail 27-0 on your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Of course, stay tuned at halftime for the Maxwell Southern Barbecue Halftime Half Rack. Maxwell Southern Barbecue in downtown Pine City. They are family owned and operated. They offer catering, and you can follow them on Facebook for info and daily specials. Maxwell's Southern Barbecue Halftime Half Rack will give you the keyword to text in at halftime. 12 seconds to go, and two Harbors, and now we got another flag. This might be a delay game. And, oh no, a false start on the Agates. Well, they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. So if you're the Dragons, you like that. But not going to make too big of an impact here on the first half, as they'll be backed up just an extra 5 yards with 12 seconds left. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a kneel down. But we'll more than likely see them run the ball here, and those last 12 seconds will tick off the clock in the first half, and we'll move on to half time here in Pine City for homecoming. Send a man in motion from left to right and give up the middle. And he'll gain a couple. And that will be the end of the first half. Trent Gomez picks up about 2. And that'll be it here for the first half of play in Pine City, as it is 27-0. Two Harbors leads over the Pine City Dragons on your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics custom braces or Invisalign with 3 locations in Pine City, Lynchburg, and Cambridge. It is now time for your Maxwell Southern Barbecue Halftime Half Rack. Of course, Pine City, or I should say located in downtown Pine City, Maxwell Southern Barbecue is presenting the Halftime Half Rack. You can text in for your chance to win a half rack rib meal from Maxwell Southern Barbecue. Again, the key word tonight will be homecoming. Text homecoming to 320-629-7575. That's homecoming, HOMECOMING, to 320-629-7575 for your chance to win a half-rack rib meal from Maxwell's Southern Barbecue. The winner will be announced on Monday during the sports on 100.9 FM. Again, homecoming to 320-629-7575 for your chance to win a half-rack rib meal from Maxwell's Southern Barbecue.
You know how sometimes in small towns people run their mouth with rumors? I hate that. Ashley, that's my cousin. She always talking trash. Anyway, I heard a rumor that Maxwell Southern Barbecue in Pine City is now doing delivery. And I was like, hush, you mean to tell me I can get that mouth-watering Southern barbecue like chicken, brisket, pulled pork, homemade cornbread and slaw at home? I'm calling now. Maxwell Southern Barbecue. Come hungry and bring friends. Unless you want to stay on your porch.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Sydney Nelson, your Pine City Edward Jones financial advisor. Find him at 950 Main Street South, right next to Dairy Queen. Sydney Nelson and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
You are a do-it-yourselfer. There is not a project you can't do. But you need a little help. That's why Hoffman Ace Hardware is here. They have all the tools and products you need for your project. Electrical, plumbing, landscaping, they have it all. With 2 locations, one in Pine City and Moose Lake, they can serve you no matter where you live. Their friendly staff will help you find exactly what you need so you can be in and out in no time. For your next project, visit the experts at Hoffman Ace Hardware today.
Attention mental health specialists. Are you mission driven with a desire to make a positive impact in the lives of others? If you are creative, solution focused, or if you are simply looking to grow your career, Dungarvin wants you. Check us out online and submit an application at dungarvincareers.com today. Come make a difference in this world with Dungarvin today. We are eager to meet you. At this time, Dungarvin wants to wish the Pine City Dragons good luck at their homecoming game. Go Dragons!
Elmhurst Commons in Bram, a leading provider of senior living, is committed to providing quality care. Full apartments ranging from 566 to 941 square feet. Free cable includes 73 channels. Electric, heat, water, and sewer are also included. Taking private pay and GRH renters, accepting EW and CAD waivers. For more information, please contact Angel Kaler, Housing Manager at 320-396-0440 or check us out online at elmhurstcommons.com.
Your dream home awaits. This beautiful custom-built multi-level home is on Valley View Drive in Rock Creek. Built by Big Fork Valley Custom Homes, a builder who understands the importance of having a dream home for your family. With 2.93 acres, spacious open floor plan, luxury master suite, family room with gas fireplace, and walkout to a large backyard with panoramic country views. Less than 1 hour from the Twin Cities, contact the Gakowski Group of Edina Realty at 952-334-4857.
End of the season means savings at Minnesota Equipment. Save big on remaining zero turns in stock. Bravely, Aaron's, Toro, and John Deere. Buy now with 0% financing available. That's 0 on zero turns. Need a walk behind instead? I got plenty of those too. On site and ready to go. The knowledgeable staff will get you the machine that fits your property size. Minnesota Equipment. Your neighbors. Your experts. Your neighborly experts. Highway 65 in Isanti or at minnesotaequipment.com.
And welcome back to what has turned in to be an incredible display of lunchtime.
Yeah, the team from Maxwell Southern Barbecue has really made things interesting.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen a $10 lunch package played this well in decades.
Maxwell's lunch game really is impressive. Philly cheesesteak sandwich, wings and fries, pulled pork, and gyro and fries, each for $10.
Coach Dennis really has this team rolling. $10 lunch? That's tough to find in Pine City. Maxwell Southern Barbecue. Come hungry and bring friends.
Bring them to lunch for $10.
$10 lunch. What a play!
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. The Pine City Dragons trail the Two Harbors Agates on homecoming night, 27-0. We've got a lot going on tonight. We've got homecoming. We've got the King and Queen, Cody Patzold and Chloe Lynn getting honored. We've got a graduating class from 1980-something celebrating their 35th class reunion. Again, the homecoming dance later on. We've got the Pine City Athletic Hall of Fame inductees getting inducted tomorrow. That's Marie Odendahl from the class of 2007 and Easton Foss from the class of 2015. So a lot going on here. Plus, we got the little guys out there, little guys and gals out there playing some flag football here at halftime. I think it's K through 3 is what it is. Out there playing some flag football. And you know, I didn't realize until after I graduated high school how much it meant to those younger people, younger men and women, to be out on that football field playing where you play, because they look up to you, and I don't think you realize how much they do until you maybe graduate, because my goodness, those guys, they look up to you so much. You know, you're kind of their idol in high school. That's who they want to play like that guy. They want to play like this player. So I think it's very cool that they're out there being able to play on the high school football field. Of course, you know, when you're growing up and you're playing football, that's the only thing you want to do is get out onto Friday night lights and play on this field right here. And you know, this is an awesome opportunity for the younger guys and gals to be out there playing some football, some flag football, and what a great opportunity for them. And it's so fun to watch them because, you know, they're so jacked up and ready for it, and they're got so much energy. It's fun to watch. But going to the game, stuff pertaining to the game, Pine City right now is just being handled up front, offense and defensive line-wise. Two Harbors just kind of having their way on offense. They're just pushing and pushing. They're getting such a good initial push with their offensive line that they are just getting 5 yards before the running back even has to make a move. And then even after that, they're just following behind their blockers and just riding their backside. And they really don't need to do anything else. That's all they've needed to do here so far tonight. And then defensive line-wise, they're just getting, again, a big push up front, and then the linebackers are able to find their way through the O-line and get in the backfield before the running backs can even take a step. And, you know, something I have noticed is Two Harbors is starting to come down with their safety late in the count, if you want to call it. You know, before they snap the ball, that safety's coming down kind of like a Harrison Smith type, if you watch the NFL, coming down kind of like that, where he does come down late like that, and then he either backs off into coverage or he comes and blitzes, and that's kind of what they're doing with their safety. They're getting him, you know, back at his safety spot, and then he's coming down late at the play, and then he's what he's doing is he's jumping, he's timing the snap and jumping it right at the perfect time, and they're keying off on that, and he's been getting into the backfield quite often here tonight. And I think if you're Pine City, you really got to use the hard count in the second half, because that's going to get them to jump, because they're just expecting you to go on one right now. And if you can get them to jump, well, those are 5 free yards that you could use. And again, Pine City could use all the free yards that they could have right now, because their biggest play of the night went 16 yards. Yeah, that was it. 16 yards, their biggest play of the night here. And that was on a run from John Mead, and he showed off the power. I mean, that was a man's run right there off the left side, then broke a tackle and then carried about 3 defenders an extra 5 yards down the field before he was taken down. And I don't even think he went down. I think they had to quite literally break him down. That was a big run for them, but then unfortunately they turned it over on the very next play. So a lot of backwards plays here for Pine City. They really just need, again, they just need something to pop for them right now, I think. I think they just need something to go their way, whether, again, we've seen them get some free yardage by way of penalties from Two Harbors late in that second quarter, and then we also seen them get their run game going just a little bit. They weren't popping off nothing big, but, you know, just 2-3 yards here, 2-3 yards there, but unfortunately way too many drives has stalled, and they took the ball in that first half about 6 times on offense, and no points to show for it. Their best chance, I thought, was on that last drive where it kind of stalled out, and then the one drive in which they got that big 16-yard carry from John Meade, but unfortunately wound up turning the ball over on a fumble. So I think if you're Pine City, you just need to kind of, again, I think you got to go with the hard count on offense. I think the offense really needs to do that because they are just jumping the snap right now and having their way with it. And then on defense, I think the cornerbacks are going to have to start playing that outside edge like more or less like a linebacker because Drew Harbors isn't passing all that much, and if they do, it's honestly towards the middle of the field. So I think the cornerbacks are going to have to come in a lot more and play more or less like a linebacker, bring the safety down a little bit, have him come up and blitz once or twice or three times, have him blitz a little bit and show that, hey, we're not afraid to take your guys down in the middle because that's where they're making their living right now is running it up the middle. Stat-wise here for the Pine City Dragons, leading the way for them running the ball is John Meade, 4 carries, 16 yards for John Meade. So he's averaging about 4 yards a carry. And then it is Logan Kalecki, 6 carries, 9 yards. Jace Preston, 3 carries, 6 yards. Passing-wise, not a whole lot going well for him. He's completed 2 out of 7 passes for 16 yards. Has Bryce Erickson, 1 to Riley Cummings, 1 to Jace Preston. And that's pretty much all there is to speak about there in the first half. Again, my stats are super unofficial, so don't take those as wisdom because those are, again, unofficial. That could be much different when you look at the stats anywhere else, but again, these are super unofficial. But 6 possessions and under 50 yards of offense to talk about here for Pine City. Now, they had the early takeaway. On a fumble. There was a mishandled exchange for 2 Harbors when they were running a reverse, and they turned it over. Pine City had it. Well, then it didn't take too long where Pine City turned it over 3 times. So Pine City, that's something they've talked about since the beginning of the year, is winning the turnover battle. And you want to win the turnover battle in a game, period, but in a game when you're losing the turnover battle more times than not, you're going to lose the game. So Pine City, they don't necessarily need to take it away, but those would definitely help them in a big way. And again, you just don't want to turn the ball over. They've struggled with that all year long, but it has looked like in the past couple of weeks that it's gotten better. But tonight, they've given it away 3 times and only have 1 takeaway. Again, 6 offensive possessions. They had 3 penalties there in that first half, did the Dragons. On the other side, for the 2 Harbors Agates, they had 4 penalties, and a lot of them came on that last drive for Pine City on offense. They had about 6 offensive possessions as well, and they scored 4 times out of those 6 offensive possessions, and they had 1 turnover, 3 takeaways there. Kyler Pitkinen averaging exactly 10 yards a carry. 11 carries, 121 yards on the ground. For Pitkinen, he has 6 out of his 11 carries have gone for over 10 yards or have gone 10 yards or more. 6 out of his 11 have gone for 10 or more yards. So Kyler Pitkinen, and it's not like he's doing anything crazy. It's not like he's breaking all these tackles. It's not like he's making some ridiculous moves. All he's doing is really just following his blockers. His blockers have made that big of holes for him to run through that all he has to do is just walk through those holes and just follow his blockers. That's all he's really had to do here this evening. And the other running backs who have had a carry, Zach Leibel, he has carried 3 times for 24 yards. Jacob Carpenter, the quarterback, has carried 3 times for 22 yards. And then we have Deacon Bark, 3 carries, 16 yards, 2 carries for Tate Nelson and 15 yards for him, 2 carries for Trent Gomez and 12 yards for him. Passing-wise, they had the 1 incompletion that went for 20 yards to Tate Nelson. That was just a little quick slant that he took and broke a couple tackles and got up the field really quickly. He is fast. I seen it on that pass and run. I didn't really see it any other spots of the game, but when he caught that pass, man, did he turn on the jets and head upfield quickly. I was surprised at how fast he was, but he almost pulled away from the Dragon defense. Luckily, they were able to take him down, but 2 Harbors was able to get into the end zone and up their score even more on Pine City as they lead 27-0 here over the Pine City Dragons. So we'll take a commercial break here, and when we come back, we'll be just about set for the second half of play here in Pine City. Of course, it is homecoming night for the Dragons, and you're listening to Homecoming here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we can always go further when we work together. Whether you're earning your next big win on the field, on the court, or in the arena of life, surround yourself with a team focused on integrity, accountability, and hard work. Put our top-performing team to work for you. Visit our local Pine City branch on Hillside Avenue, call us at 320-629-6713, or explore more online at stearnsbank.com. Go Dragons! Stearns Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
It doesn't matter if you're looking for this, these, or parts for this, one of these, or some of this.
Is that paint drying?
Yep, Hoffman Ace Hardware has what you need. Drills, grills, screws, bolts, chainsaws, and the friendly staff to help you find what you need to finish any project. Hoffman Ace Hardware in Pine City and Moose Lake. Become an Ace Rewards member and save some of this.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP. The Pine City Dragons trail the 2 Harbors Agates 27-0 at halftime and are looking to get something going on offense. In the other games on Q Media over on 100.9 FM, the East Central Eagles trail the Chisholm Blue Streaks at halftime 22-0. The Bram Bombers trail the Moose Lake Little River Rebels and their homecoming at halftime 26-0. So a lot of 20 scores here around the listening area. Of course, thanks to Andy Beckstrom and Adam Hefty for calling those games for us. We appreciate that. We can't do it without them. And thank you so much for them taking their time out of their busy schedules to do that for us. In our game, it's 27-0 at halftime. 2 Harbors leads. And, Two Harbors will get the ball to begin the second half. And Pine City wants to get something going here on homecoming night and make that dance a little bit sweeter after the game. Don't want to leave that goose egg up on the board. I think right now, if you're Pine City, don't look for anything big. Don't look to try and tie this game. Look to go down and score. Don't look to do anything crazy. Don't look to do, you can't score 27 points in one touchdown. That comes from 4 touchdown drives, maybe 5, depending on if you convert the 2-point conversions. So don't do anything crazy. Don't try and go too out of the way to do anything. Just go down and get positive plays. Just make your goal on every down to gain at least 4 yards. I think if you can do that, you'll set the tone and you'll move the ball slowly and steadily, yes, but you're going to move the ball downfield. Sooner than later, you're going to break one and you're going to get in the end zone. But I think right now they just need to focus on getting at least 3-4 yards every single play and make sure they're going down and getting more than 8 plays per drive. I think that's what you need to do if you're Pine City. And if you're also Pine City on defense, I think you got to hold Two Harbors from these chunk plays. I think you need a better push up front from your D line. I think you need to send the linebackers on more blitzes. I think you need to have those corners play much like outside linebackers here in the second half, because right now, I mean, Pine City's defense can't stop that old line from just getting such a good push up front. They need something to go their way. So let's see if they change some stuff. See if they go with an onside here. No, they will not. They will kick it, and that is headed towards the out-of-bounds line, and it will head out of bounds. Well, it's going to start with a penalty here for the Dragons. It was a good kick, but it goes out of bounds. So that will put the Agates at the, 35 to begin this drive? I believe that's where they'll start. So Two Harbors will start at their own 35-yard line after the kick goes out of bounds to start the second half. Ouch. The Pine City Dragons looking for a quick stop here on defense and to get their ball back for the offense. Two Harbors offense out with 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 1 on the bottom. Taking the snap, fakes the give. He's looking to his left, and he's taken down! Sacked on the play by, is that Tucker Kubish? Kubish with a sack. He got through and absolutely annihilated the quarterback. So Kubish with the sack there, and that'll set him back a ways, back at the 27. A loss of 8 there on the sack. Tucker Kubish, he's coming out with some fire to begin the second half, and he sets them back now 2nd and 18. Two Harbors lines up under center, give up the middle, and I believe, and again, it's going to be Pitkinen on the carry. Might be Bark. Looks like it's Deacon Bark with the carry. I'm going to say Leibel carried it. I'll trust them. Leibel with the carry to the 7-yard gain. 3rd down and 11. Ball at the 34-yard line. Under 11 minutes to go. 10:40 to go. I'll line up in their base formation will Two Harbors. Taking the snap and give up the middle and trying to take him down. Bryce Erickson will make the stop, but he'll get to the 41-yard line. Will the ball carrier Pitkinen. He'll get it to the 41. Gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 5. Fourth down and 5 to go here for Two Harbors. Pine City looks for a big stop on 4th down to try and get the ball back for their offense here in half number 2. Quarter number 3, we're already under 10 minutes to go. Two Harbors base formation. Quarterback takes the snap and he gives it off here. Off the right side, the ball carrier, that is, can't see the ball carrier, that is Pitkinen, and he's going to get enough for a first down. Enough for the first down to the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 5 and a first. So first down there for Two Harbors on 4th and 4. They get just enough, and it's first down and 10. So the Dragons almost got the stop. They had them back first and second. First? I don't know. It was 1 down and forever. which led to 4th down and 4, but they got it on the 4th down carry from Pitkinnon. The quarterback, Carpenter, will keep it himself off the left side, cutting up the field, off the left side, cutting it outside and nearing the sideline. And Carpenter's going to get it to the Dragon 30. 24-yard carry for Carpenter. Off that left side, just a QB keep off the left side, and he used his legs and his speed to get to the 30, 24-yard carry, and a 1st down. Already on the Dragon side of the field. Took them 5 plays to do that. And it's 1st down and 10 at the 30 with 9 minutes to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. So they'll line up under center, will the Agates. And the give is to the outside here to Pitkinnon. Pitkinnon makes a move, breaks off a tackle. He runs over his own blocker, and then he'll be smashed down by Kubish, and along with Bryce Erickson. He'll get it to about the 15. And that it will be the 15. A gain of 15 there by Pitkinnon. Gain of 15 to the 15 for Two Harbors. 1st down and 10. On your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, custom braces or Invisalign with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. Sees 8:35 to go in the 3rd quarter with the Dragons trailing the Two Harbors Agates 27-0. Carpenter lines up under center. He toss out to Pitkinnon. Pitkinnon cuts it up the middle and finds a nice little lane to run through, and then he is taken down at the 10. It's a gain of 5. Watts on the stop for Pine City. Clock continues to roll with 8 minutes to go and counting. Roll under 8 minutes now. 27-0 Agates lead. And they're just continuing what they did in the first half, just running the ball at will right now against this Dragons D-line. Dragons need something, anything to go their way. Carpenter takes the snap. He looks to his right, going to roll to his right. He's got a man out there, and he... Bark made the catch at the 5. It's be a 5-yard catch for Deacon Bark. They blew the whistle, so he must have tripped on his knee, and that's how he got up. So we 3rd down and 1 from the 5. And 7:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Agates nearly taking up half of the quarter. As Carpenter takes his men to the line, and he'll line up under center. Takes the snap. He'll give it off to Pitt. That's Bark, Deacon Bark, into the end zone. Touchdown. My goodness, my eyesight's that bad. It's Pitkinnon on the carry for touchdown. Can't apparently distinguish a 5 from a 6 on their jerseys, but in my defense, the numbers are dark. They're maroon. So the 5 and the 6 kind of look similar, especially when the jerseys clumped up a little bit. Touchdown from Pitkinnon. And we get 33-0. From the kick, up and good from Alex Cernata. Makes it 34-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, Dr. Severs is committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at EmbraceMN.com. So the Dragons' defensive line struggled there. I think it was a little bit better, though. You made them go down, made them go plus 8 plays on that drive. You made them, take time off the clock, which you don't want. But again, you made them go down the field and not score in 2-3 plays. You made them go 8+ plays on that drive, and I think that's all you can ask for if you're Pine City. But the score is 34-0 here in quarter number 3. as Two Harbors get set to kick it away to the Pine City Dragons. Dragons will get out there on the field to get ready to return. Just under 7 minutes to go. Braxton Peets, looks like Mason Charles or Riley Cummings back to return. Cerneda getting set to kick it away for Two Harbors. And there's the boot. This one's going to be down the field. Braxton Peets will take it in at about the 15. Cuts it back at the 25, and then he is wrapped up and taken down near the 30. Braxton Peets with a decent return there. And they'll officially start with the ball on their own 37-yard line. Well, the Dragons. First down and 10. They trail 34-0. And they'll start on their own 33-yard line. I said 36. It's 33, ladies and gentlemen. Apologize about that. So on their own 33-yard line are the Dragons. And Bryce Erickson will line up under center power T formation. He'll send a man in motion left to right. He'll give it off to Jace Preston. Preston trying to take it around the corner. And he is swarmed up and swung down behind the line for a loss on the carry. And he's going to lose a decent-sized chunk there. And we've got a player down here for Two Harbors. A player down after the loss of about 3 or 4 from Jace Preston. We'll take a commercial break.
Hand-cut meat, smoked to perfection. Brisket, pulled pork, chicken wings, rib tips, catfish, homemade cornbread and slaw. Oh, that's Southern barbecue. My mouth's watering. Yours too, I can hear it. Bet you're wondering where to get some of that. Maxwell Southern Barbecue in downtown Pine City, that's where. I was surprised too, like Pine City has a downtown? I guess. Find Dennis and the crew at Maxwell Southern Barbecue on 8th and Main. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Eat in, take out. Come hungry and bring friends.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Back here on 106.5 FM WCMP, the injured player able to get up and hop off on his own. That is Gavin Gomez, number 45, who was able to limp off on his own. Again, hopefully he's able to make his way back into it. You never want to see anybody get hurt. That's the last thing you want to see. 6:37 to go here in the third quarter. Pine City with a loss of 4 on the carry from Jace Preston. Make it 2nd and 14. We resume play. Erickson under center, man to his left is a receiver. He'll look, he'll throw that way, and that is going to be overthrown and intercepted. Intercepted by Trent Gomez, and he is gone. Pick 6 for Trent Gomez. Pick 6 for Trent Gomez. That'll make it 40-0. So a pick 6 there, and I know what he was looking for, and just overthrew him on the play. Did Bryce Erickson. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good from Cerneda. So that will make it 41-0, Two Harbors with the lead over your Pine City Dragons with 6:26 to go here in quarter number 3. Embrace Orthodontics, helping you find a smile you'll embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. So it's a tough one so far for the Pine City Dragons on homecoming night. Trying to find anything to go their way so far. Not much has. A couple penalties have gone their way, and they did get a turnover earlier in that first half, but other than that, there's just haven't been much. Base gain on the night is a 16-yard run. Dragons will get back out on the field to line up to receive the kick. Again, stay tuned on Monday to find out who won that half-rack rib meal from Maxwell's Southern Barbecue. As well as your sports update, we'll get the scores from tonight's game. Of course, as games around the local listening area from teams who are playing tonight. And you can listen to Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30 for the sports update, and on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45.
Going for the Agates will be number 90, Alex Cerneda.
Cerneda will get set to kick it away, and there's the boot. It is down the field and taken in by Braxton Peets at about the 10-yard line. He cuts it to his left, now cuts it up back the middle, and he's going to be swung down around the neck. Here's a flag down. We'll see what the flag is for. Flag came in behind the play, and that will more than likely be on the Dragons. Refs are going to come together and confer about it. Looks like a holding on Pine City. It will be. So a holding call on Pine City will back them up to their own 15. Call it the 14-yard line as they're not exactly on the 15. So ball will be shot on their own 14-yard line. Erickson under center, going to give this one off up the middle, and decent push there by the running back. On the carry that time was a fumble, though. Fumble there by Pine City, and Ashton Seals had a good gain, but all for naught as the turnover on the fumble will give it back to Two Harbors. 6:10 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, and the Two Harbors Agates lead 41-0 over your Pine City Dragons on homecoming night. And again, if you're Pine City, you just want to look for positive plays. Look for positive plays. Don't try not to turn the ball over anymore, and try and get that goose egg off the board. Ethan Bopp will take the snap. He'll give it to number 1. That's Gomez. He'll take it up off the left side, and he'll get a decent gain from the 19 to about the 14, a gain of 5 for Trent Gomez. So that'll make it 2nd down and 5. There is a beautiful moon out tonight just above the playing field. I mean, not just above, but above the playing field, just out of the camera's view. Maybe give you a glance at that after this drive, or maybe I won't. Maybe Pine City will get a turnover and push their offense up the field. Bopp gives it off the right side toss, and taken down by Jace Preston and Tucker Kubish along with Nick Plajic. The carry there by Tate Nelson, and he gets it inside the 15 to the maybe 13, so gain of 1. 3rd and 4 for Two Harbors. Under 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Two Harbors leads 41-0. Ethan Bopp under center. Takes the snap, hands it off, and the running back goes right up the middle. Near a first down, that's Ben Schwartz, number 2. Chase Preston on the tackle. Gets it from the 13 to about the 9. A gain of 4 for Schwartz and a first down. That'll make a first down and goal at the 9. On under 4.5 to go here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Two Harbors leads over Pine City 41-0 on homecoming night. Ethan Bopp under center takes the snap and he'll toss it here. It's a reverse and the give there to the running back Trent Gomez. Nope, that's Tate Nelson into the end zone, touchdown. Tate Nelson will score from 9 yards out. That'll make it 47-0. (47-0). Two Harbors with the lead with 4:12 left to go in the third quarter. Pine City again. Snap spot down, kicks up by Cerneda. Yep, good. 48-0 is the score for Two Harbors. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom braces or Invisalign. Find out more at embracemn.com. We'll take a quick commercial break. Your word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll be back for kickoff on WCMP.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
With all the stress involved in
106.5 FM, AM 1350, your site for tonight's homecoming matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Two Harbors Agates. The Agates lead 48-0. Cerneda getting set to kick it away for Two Harbors. 16 minutes left in the game.
Kicking off for the Agates will be number 90, Alex Cerneda.
There's the whistle, and the boot from Cerneda is going to go down towards Braxton Peets, and he's going to let it go out of bounds. Smart play there by Braxton Peets, and the Dragons will take over with the ball on their own 35-yard line. So the Dragons will catch a break there. This will be, I think, their third or fourth possession here in the second half. I think their third. So they'll start at the 35-yard line on their own side of the field, but again, good starting field position for them, despite kind of struggling all night with starting field position. Erickson under center, power T formation, takes the snap. He'll hand it off here to, I think that's Kalecki, and man, just nowhere to run tonight. That D-line for Two Harbors is just everywhere. That's Ashton Seals. He actually goes backwards by a yard. 2nd and 11. So Pine City goes back a yard. And again, that's just Two Harbors D-line just absolutely having their way up front right now. By the time the running backs get the ball, D-line's in the backfield, and running backs can't really do much. We've seen the O-line that, has done well at times, but right now they just need something to get them going. This give up the middle, and this is a good push for the ball carrier to the 40. On the carry that time was number, for Pete's sake, couldn't see it. It was either Landon Ganot or a player who I don't have on here. But it was a decent gain of about 5 for the running back. So that was either number 2 or 12 of the Dragons, and this give to Seals goes nowhere. In the backfield again, and loss of about another 2 by Seals. That'll bring up 4th down. By the way, that last carry was by Daniel Milliman. For the Dragons, Daniel Milliman with that 5-yard run. The sophomore running back and linebacker. And the Dragons, with 4th down and 7 looming, will look to punt it away with 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Riley Cummings back to punt. Punt's a little high, brings it down. This is going to be more of a line drive punt to the returner. He takes it in at the 35, gets it to the 40, breaks the tackle up to the 45, to the 50. That's where he'll be ridden out of bounds by Jace Preston. This will be the 4th offense possession for the Agates here in the second half. As they lead 48-0 with 1:54 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. EmbraceMN.com. It's been a tough one here tonight for Pine City, especially on homecoming. And again, I think right now you're just more or less worried about putting together, 3-4 yards of play. You don't need to do anything crazy. 3-4 yards of play is really all you need. Agates under center. He'll take the snap, give it off up the middle, and Dragons get a decent size push there. And we'll stop probably for no gain. No gain on the carry. And Schwartz, no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Second down and 10 here for Two Harbors. Under center, takes the snap. He'll drop back. He looks to pass on the right side. He's got a man, and Trent Gomez makes the catch, makes the defender go by, and he's finally wrapped up at the 20. 30-yard catch for Trent Gomez in the pass from Ethan Bopp. Trent Gomez with the 30-yard reception. That's Braxton Peets on the stop. It's 1st down and 10. Minute to go and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Two Harbors in the red zone, threatening to score again. Up under center, takes a snap, and he tosses it here to the running back. That's Tate Nelson. He breaks through one, and he is gone. Tate Nelson from 20 yards out scores. To make it 54-0. Tate Nelson did a good job of kind of just letting his blocks get in front of him, waiting just a moment for that lane to open up, and then shot right through it and got into the end zone, 54-0. And that kick may have been blocked by Cerneda. So Cerneda's kick is blocked, and maybe if you're Pine City, take that and run with it, because that is all the momentum they have been able to find here in the second half. 39 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pine City trails 54-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, custom braces or Invisalign with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. So the Pine City Dragons unable to really find much offense here tonight. That O-line and D-line for Two Harbors has just been outstanding, and Pine City just hasn't found a way to combat it yet. But Pine City needs to find anything and everything to hold on to momentum-wise right now, and just take that and use it. Because again, they have not had anything to use tonight, because when it looks like it's going well, they've had a turnover here and there or a penalty that sets them back. So And if they can just find anything to hang on to momentum-wise, that would really be a huge step in the right direction. Alex Cerneda set to kick it away for Two Harbors. And there's the boot. Downfield, and taken in by Riley Cummings this time. He'll take it up the middle, now cuts it out to the right side, and that's where he's going to be wrapped up and taken down, driven back. Whistle came in a little bit late there. Thought they should have whistled that a little bit sooner, as Cummings got taken down a little bit hard. And they will start on their, looks like own 30-yard line. Will Pine City, maybe, yes. 30-yard line is where the Pine City Dragons will start on offense, and they look to get anything going for themselves. They trail 54-0 here on homecoming night. Erickson under center, power T formation. Erickson takes the snap. Looked like the defense might have jumped. We got some room to run there. Finally, something goes right for the Dragons on that carry. That was Tucker Kubesh on the carry. Wow! Tucker Kubesh with the carry. I wasn't sure if that was actually what I was seeing or not, but Tucker Kubesh. Pine City said, you know what? Your D-line's getting pushed. We're going to put in our O-lineman. Tucker Kubesh with a carry of 11. Tucker Kubesh. He's got some wheels on him. Tucker Kubesh showing off the vision and the speed there as a running back. My goodness. Wow. So maybe that's the secret weapon for Pine City tonight. Tucker Kubesh carrying the ball. I mean, he looked like one of the running backs back there. I thought I was seeing Ron. Wow, that's an awesome play. End of the third quarter, we'll move to the fourth. We'll take a moment to hear a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Homecoming on WCMP.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getthere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So Tucker Kubesh carried the ball the last time before the end of this third quarter, and he went for 11 yards. I mean, it looked like he was a running back. I thought it was one of the running backs. That's why I was so hesitant to call out his name. I didn't actually think it was him, but he's looking good back there at running back. Give it to him again. Oh, and then a fumble off the snap. Pine City did get it back on top of it. They'll move back to the 40. Ball was spotted at about the 41. Oh, no. Nope. So it is recovered by Two Harbors. Okay. Well, it looked like they said keep the clock moving because they recovered it, but they say Two Harbors recovered it now. So Two Harbors will have another takeaway, and they lead 54-0. Running clock here, 11:20 to go. So Two Harbors takes over on the Dragons 40. And we'll certainly look to add on to their lead. He'll give it off up the middle will Ethan Bopp, and the ball carrier grinding his way toward the 35. He'll get to about the 42. Or that's the 30. My goodness. Well, apparently I'm just way off tonight. Carries it to the 37-yard line. Gain of 3 for number 2, Ben Schwartz. Second down and 7. Two Harbors in no hurry right now. Of course, they don't really need to be. Under center, takes the snap. We got a false start, I believe, up front. By Two Harbors. Oh, no. Offsides. You know, I thought that they allowed plays to continue with an offside call, but more and more I watch, more and more I think, no, not in high school. So free 5 yards there for Two Harbors. That'll make it 2nd down and 2 with under 9:50 to go here in this 4th quarter. Pine City trails 54-0 here on homecoming night. Of course, I think their main goal right now is just trying to get that goose egg off the board on homecoming. Ethan Bopp under center. Takes the snap. He's going to toss it out to the outside. And, oh my goodness, the running back breaks one tackle, breaks another. Cutting it back to the right side now, and he's finally wrapped up. Jace Preston. No. Yeah, Jace Preston. I've been questioning myself so badly tonight on where the ball is. I apologize. That's not acceptable. I need to be better than that. I apologize. Ball will be spotted at the 43 after a couple broken tackles, and then he's taken down back at the 43-yard line. 3rd and long now for Two Harbors. Off the carry by Thomas DeChantel, number 28. He loses about 6. So 3rd down and long. Ethan Bopp under center. Takes a snap. Gives it to Tate Nelson. He's off the right side. Got some room to run. He's got definitely a lane. And he's past the 1st down marker into Dragon territory even further to about the 20. Be a gain of about 20 for Tate Nelson. And a 1st down. Nick Plajic with the tackle for the Dragons. And clock ticking now under 8 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Dragons trail 54-0. And that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. On homecoming night against the Agates. Of course, now I think you just want to stop, and then a stop to get the ball to your offense, and then your offense to get that goose egg off the board. Now another new quarterback in there and give up the middle. Not much doing on that carry. Gain of a couple for Ben Schwartz, maybe a yard. Logan Kalecki with the tackle. And the new quarterback in now for Two Harbors is Carter Nelson, the freshman, or number 9. So 2nd down and about 9 to go with 7 minutes and ticking here in the 4th quarter. Two Harbors doesn't need to be in any kind of a hurry. This one is in hand, well in hand. And under center, tosses out to the left. The running back has some room, but he is quickly swallowed up. And on the carry there for Two Harbors, that's Zach Johnson, number 15. And it's a gain of about 3. So 3rd down and about 7, maybe 6. Maybe a long 6 for Two Harbors. Lining up under center, Carter Nelson. And right tackle jumped, and he knows it. And he puts his hand on his head to say, oh, yep, my bad. So 3rd down and 6 becomes 3rd down and 11. And the Dragons have a good chance here to make a big stop, get the ball back for their offense, and get a chance to take the goose egg off the board. Under 6 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Dragons trail 54-0. Two Harbors going to work to get to the line here. And here's the snap. Give off the right side, and DeChantel has some room, but he's quickly wrapped up after a gain of about 2. And that'll bring up 4th down and 10 with under 4.5 to go in the 4th quarter, under 5.5, excuse me. So the Agates look to bring out their punt unit. Is it their field goal unit? It is. They're going to bring out their field goal unit for an attempt of about 39 yards. Kick is up, and it is right. Just pushed right. And it's no good for Cernada, or Cernada. I think I've been pronouncing it both ways all night. So the kick is no good by Cernada. With 4.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, Pine City will get the ball back on offense and try and go down the field and take the goose egg off the board. Want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsored this broadcast. Thanks to all of them for sponsoring it. Without them, we wouldn't be able to come out here and bring you any of these games, so thanks so much to all of our fine sponsors. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Homecoming night here for Pine City did not go their way in any way, shape, or form. And Elliot Blotz will be the quarterback now for Pine City. And he'll give it off up the middle of the lane to run for, I believe that's Logan Kalecki off the left side. And Logan Kalecki has some room to run, and he's going to be taken down from behind. Logan Kalecki. Wow. Takes it from the 29 to the 36. Wow. A gain of 35 yards for Logan Kalecki. And that'll make him their leading rusher. Logan Kalecki. $35-yard carry there from Logan Kalecki. With under 3 minutes to go, gave them a little bit of a spark, and maybe they can take that 0 off the board. Braham's homecoming game against Moose Lake Willow River ends in defeat. They fell 48-12 on the carry this time. Third of the carry is Nick Plajek, and he takes it from the 36 to the 24. For a gain of 12 for Nick Plajek. Trying anything and everything here for these seniors to get them the ball. And the clock ticks to 2:10 left in this fourth quarter. Give up the middle to Tucker Kubesh. Tucker Kubesh running hard here. Running over a couple players. And that'll be another first down for Pine City at the 12. Gain of about 12. My goodness. Tucker Kubesh. Look out. Tucker Kubesh might be vying for a running back spot here after tonight. Two Harbors, they're a little bit confused on what's going on. They're going to call a timeout with 1:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. Two Harbors calls a timeout. So Two Harbors with the timeout, and that will give the Dragons a chance to figure out what they want to do here. With 1:33 to go, first down and 10 from about the 12-yard line. And the Dragons, man, I think you've got some new running backs out there. Tucker Kubesh, Nick Plajek. Maybe we need to see them carry the ball a few more times during the game. I think you've got really good running backs otherwise, but hey, why not? They've broken off now 3 straight runs of 10-plus yards. The give to Kubesh, and oh, they blew the whistle way too early. Kubesh, he got wrapped up, but he broke out of the tackles. I think they blew the whistle way too early there. Definitely way too early. You usually get a couple of seconds in a pileup like that to run, but they blew the whistle, I think, way too early on that one. No gain there for Tucker Kubesh. Oh, 1 minute and counting. This give is to Nick Plajek off the left side, and he's running hard, and another quick whistle, but he was going down anyways. Ball does come out, but the whistle was blown. And with under a minute now, clock is rolling. Oh, they say he only gained a yard, really. 30 seconds to go, third down and 10. Give here is to Nick Plajek, and he has nowhere to go. Flag down. That came after the play, and that could really be on either team. That could be on sport, but that will more than likely be unsportsmanlike conduct on someone. Be on two Harbors, but the clock is not stopping, and that will probably do it. One, and there it is. That's going to be it. No, Pine City called a timeout. So Pine City calls a timeout. Not sure how much time was left on the clock when they called the timeout. Not sure how much time was left when they called that timeout, but a timeout was called. It'll be fourth down and about 10. We get back onto the field. Everyone's starting to make their way into the gym for the homecoming dance here as they look to go out and dance out their frustrations here on homecoming night. It's a tough night here for Pine City. But nothing like going out and dancing, getting some of that stress out that way. A good healthy way to get some stress out. Just dance. So here we go out of the timeout. Looks like we'll get one play. Give to Tucker Kubish, running over defenders. Why are they blowing the whistle so early on that one? Tucker Kubish with the carry, he got to about the 5, and then they blew the whistle after he was thumped. I know the game is over anyways, but, I mean, that's a little ridiculous to blow the whistle that quickly. Well, that'll be it here in Pine City on homecoming. The Dragons fall to the two Harbors Agates, 54-0. We'll take a commercial break. We'll wrap things up when we come back here on WCMP.
You know how sometimes in small towns people run their mouth with rumors? I hate that. Ashley, that's my cousin. She always talking trash. Anyway, I heard a rumor that Maxwell Southern Barbecue in Pine City is now doing delivery. And I was like, hush, you mean to tell me I can get that mouth-watering Southern barbecue like chicken, brisket, pulled pork, homemade cornbread and slaw at home? I'm calling now. Maxwell Southern Barbecue. Come hungry and bring friends. Unless you want to stay on your porch.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Sidney Nelson, your Pine City Edward Jones financial advisor. Find him at 950 Main Street South, right next to Dairy Queen. Sidney Nelson and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
You are a do-it-yourselfer. There is not a project you can't do. But you need a little help. That's why Hoffman Ace Hardware is here. They have all the tools and products you need for your project. Electrical, plumbing, landscaping, they have it all. With 2 locations, one in Pine City and Moose Lake, they can serve you no matter where you live. Their friendly staff will help you find exactly what you need so you can be in and out in no time. For your next project, visit the experts at Hoffman Ace Hardware today.
Attention mental health specialists. Are you mission driven with a desire to make a positive impact in the lives of others? If you are creative, solution focused, or if you are simply looking to grow your career, Dungarvin wants you. Check us out online and submit an application at dungarvincareers.com today. Come make a difference in this world with Dungarvin today. We are eager to meet you. At this time, Dungarvin wants to wish the Pine City Dragons good luck at their homecoming game. Go Dragons!
Elmhurst Commons in Bram, a leading provider of senior living, is committed to providing quality care. Full apartments ranging from 566 to 941 square feet. Free cable includes 73 channels. Electric, heat, water, and sewer are also included, taking private pay and GRH renters, accepting EW and CAD waivers. For more information, please contact Angel Kaler, Housing Manager at 320-396-0440 or check us out online at elmhurstcommons.com.
Your dream home awaits. This beautiful custom-built multi-level home is on Valley View Drive in Rock Creek. Built by Big Fork Valley Custom Homes, a builder who understands the importance of having a dream home for your family. With 2.93 acres, spacious open floor plan, luxury master suite, family room with gas fireplace, and walkout to a large backyard with panoramic country views. Less than 1 hour from the Twin Cities, contact the Gakowski Group of Edina Realty at 952-334-4857.
End of the season means savings at Minnesota Equipment. Save big on remaining zero turns in stock. Bravely, Aaron's, Toro, and John Deere. Buy now with 0% financing available. That's zero on zero turns. Need a walk behind instead? They got plenty of those too. On site and ready to go. The knowledgeable staff will get you the machine that fits your property size. Minnesota Equipment. Your neighbors. Your experts. Your neighborly experts. Highway 65 in Isanti or at minnesotaequipment.com.
And welcome back to what has turned in to be an incredible display of lunchtime.
Yeah, the team from Maxwell Southern Barbecue has really made things interesting.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen a $10 lunch package played this well in decades.
Maxwell's lunch game really is impressive. Philly cheesesteak sandwich, wings and fries, pulled pork, and Euro and fries, each for $10.
Coach Dennis really has this team rolling. $10 lunch? That's tough to find in Pine City. Maxwell Southern Barbecue. Come hungry and bring friends.
Bring them to lunch for $10.
$10 lunch. What a play!
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350. We're now joined by our A&W player of the game, Tucker Kubish. Tucker, you had a pretty good game out there despite the final score, but it had to feel good to get a sack and then some carries as well.
Finally got to run a little bit three-back tonight. It felt good to get my hands on the ball and run the ball a little bit, get a few yards.
Absolutely. Now, obviously not the outcome you guys want here tonight on homecoming. What is something that you guys learned from this game to take into next week?
I think we learned, obviously second half we've always been a little bit better. But our first half, I feel like we picked up last few minutes. I think we're starting to look good. Our blocks were getting there on the second half. We're looking a little bit better. This is a team, they're quick off the ball. I mean, they're way quicker than us, and, we started learning that. And I think next week we're going to be a little faster off the ball.
Absolutely, and we talked about it. You got a sack, and I think it was something like 3 carries. What was that like, and will we see more of that in the next coming weeks?
It was pretty fun to get that ball. The sack, I was ecstatic. Coming right back off of half, I was just right to light up the moment. Carries, I think we're going to see that in the next few games. Definitely looking at it. It's a heavy package we run, and happy to run it.
Well, it looked good, and of course, congratulations on being our player of the game, and hopefully next week will be a better outcome for you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. That, again, is Tucker Kubish. Thank you so much for joining us, and again, homecoming, not the outcome that they wanted. And hopefully next week will be a better outcome. But again, Tucker Kubish, he had a couple carries there in this last half of the game, and he had another carry there at the end that probably was whistled down a little bit way too soon, but it was another good carry there for him here in the later parts of this game. The heavy package, that 3-back, and hopefully we can see that a little more often here at the end of the season, because it looked to work. I mean, hey, you get your big guys out there to carry the ball, and it was working for him. Tucker Kubish also had a sack, as he mentioned, coming right out of halftime. That was pretty cool to see. That kind of, you could see little fire under these Dragons' bellies. So just unfortunately, not the outcome the Dragons wanted here on homecoming night, as they suffered defeat 54-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Stat-wise, leading the way, rushing for the Pine City Dragons was Logan Kalecki. He had 7 carries for 44 yards. The other leading ball carrier would be Tucker Kubish with 3 carries for about 28 yards. And then you had it was John Mead, 4 for 16, 2 for 13 for Nick Plajek, and that was about it. 4 for 2 yards for Jace Preston. Altogether, they had 23 carries for 81 yards. Again, my stats are not official. They're not even close to official, so don't take this as just official and as wisdom. This is not even close to official. I try to do this. I try to keep up with it. It's not super accurate, but I try. Penalty-wise, they had about 6 penalties here tonight, and they had about 10 possessions in the game, maybe 12. They did have 5 turnovers in the game and only 1 takeaway. On the other side for the Two Harbors Agates, about the same possession-wise, about the same penalty-wise. They had about 7 of them, and they had, as I mentioned, 5 takeaways. Leading the way rushing for them was Kyler Pitkinen, 16 carries, 169 yards, 10 yards per run. Then it was Tate Nelson, 6 carries, 65 yards for him. 5 carries, 38 yards for Jacob Carpenter. 5 carries, 31 yards for Zach Leibel. And they had easily over 200 yards rushing, maybe even close to 250, maybe even 300. So the Dragons, unfortunately, lose here on homecoming night, 54-0 to the Two Harbors Agates. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here this evening. Thank you so much, and thanks to all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Of course, we can't do it without them, so thank you so much to each and every one of our fine sponsors who sponsored this broadcast here tonight. As I try and find the sheet that they're on, I want to thank them all individually. Wellia Health, Minnesota Equipment, Franson Bank and Trust, Pine Technical Community College, Schmidt Construction, A&W Pine City, Spear and Swanson, Edward Jones, Sidney Nelson, Northwood Tech College, Quebec Law, Pine Insurance, Dale's Heating and Air, Northwoods Bank, Stearns Bank, Maxwell Southern Barbecue, Hoffman Ace Hardware, Dungarvin, Gakowski Group, and Elmhurst Commons. Thank you to all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Once again, the final here in Pine City on homecoming, the Dragons 0, Two Harbors 54. Stay tuned to WCMP and KBEK for your sports updates on KBEK with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, and then on 100.9 FM WCMP with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. Once again, the final, Pine City falls to Two Harbors Agates on homecoming, 54-0. Thank you all for tuning in, and remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what they're going through, and your kindness could make their day. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night, a great and safe weekend. Thank you all for tuning in, and remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what they're going through, and your kindness could make their day. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night, a great and safe weekend.